It's time for conversation with the big guy, pal.
Welcome to Conversation with the Big Guy. I am the big guy Ryback, and I'm sitting here with the one and only Phoenix Marie.
Hello. We're back again.
Week 3 now.
He hasn't kicked me out, guys. He let me out of the box, too.
You surpassed expectations by some people. A lot of people love you, but
I appreciate it.
I know you're active on the social media. You have not given it up, unlike me. So You're in the battlefield, and
I read the comments.
You read the comments. Do you like reading the comments, or what is it?
I don't know if I like to read the comments. They're just there, and sometimes I'll look, and it's like, it's fun because when they talk bad about you, you're just looking at like, wow, that was a really mean thing to say. Well, I feel really bad that they said such a mean thing.
Do you ever click on their pictures?
No, I'm not.
Oh, I used to do that, and it was never good.
You're like, oh, troll.
There was a period when I was Bully Ryback, which was one of my favorite periods from a character standpoint, which was really hilarious. But where I went on a social media kick of just like where I started replying back to the mean comments and then lighting them up. And it seemed to people, it was a lot of people enjoyed that. But it's a sensitive thing because that was in character.
Right.
Of Bully Ryback, but at the same time, it was getting a little revenge on the dorks. That I don't know. You never click on someone's picture and you're just like, it turns out they're like this super successful millionaire or anything.
Never, ever. I've never ever seen that.
Not once.
No.
It's the complete opposite. So, but it's funny because social media. Actually, Joe Rogan was talking about this on his podcast before. And he had somebody on there, and they were like, just stop looking at the comments. It's driving you crazy. And the guy, he was like, I can't. And like, it was just hilarious. But they were talking about how on things like Twitter and even Instagram, the comments, you can't really, it's not like somebody that says something to you in person, because you see them and you can kind of get a feel for, oh, this guy's not all there. Or, this guy's miserable.
Just mean, yeah.
Or usually they're never going to ever do that to begin with. But on social media, there's no real way to decipher. All the comments are the same, whether good or bad. They're all kind of the same stature, unless you click on in their
picture and then read about
their profile. A lot of them are very religious. Also, I notice. I can't. Some of the worst comments is God and Jesus Christ are in the first sentence, and
a Bible verse.
Yeah, quoted Bible verse and. Family with they've reproduced.
Oh, my favorite is whenever it says, they'll leave me comments, Jesus loves you. I'm like, do you act like I don't know who Jesus is? Like, I've never read the Bible. I studied theology, you idiot. Like,
were you raised religious?
Yes.
What religion?
Christian. But I was baptized Catholic by my mom.
I was raised Catholic as well. And I when I got of the proper age, this is a fairly funny story. My mom used to drop me off. Because my dad's not religious. My mom was raised Catholic and had us go to the catechism classes, I guess, and all that deal, and went to a regular school and all that, thank God. But when I got of age, when I just knew, like, I just was like, just be a good person. That's all that really kind of matters.
Yes.
And some of the instructors were kind of questionable that were teaching the classes. I've always been able to kind of pick up off energy from people, and that was one of. I was like, this just seems so weird. Everybody's so weird in here. And I just wouldn't go to class. She would drop me off and I would go for an hour walk around the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And then I would walk into the building and then come out and just like, as the other kids came out, and nobody ever told on me. And,
nice.
Get in the car and like, oh, how was? Oh, it was great. Great day. Learned a lot. Go God. And and then eventually I would tell my mom, I go, this teacher's a whack job. I go, something's not right with him. And well, finally, towards the end of the year, they went on a retreat to the mountains, and he got busted trying to do stuff to one of the girls.
Oh, no.
Young girls, yeah. And my mom never questioned me after that again.
It's like, I'm not going anymore. And
Yeah.
she's like, I get it.
Yeah, I was
Not
done.
that, but she's also like, I wonder if he tried to touch my son. I'll kill him.
No, but like that's not the first you hear of that.
No, not at all.
That's the norm. So but he wasn't a priest, but he was well on his way. So, but yeah, that was my early childhood.
Nice. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how we ended up with you and a pope and backstory, but okay.
No, that's where we go on this. We sometimes we start talking and we go on side stories, and sometimes side stories go on other side stories, and we don't even get to the finish of some of the stories, and people get really angry sometimes.
Oh, sorry guys. Don't get angry.
But yeah, no. How was your week? Did you have
My week was pretty interesting. Yesterday, especially, I got to work with this really cute girl, Gina Valentina. She's like $115 tops, all muscle.
Oh, you love working with the women, right? Now that's your thing.
Yeah, that's
now.
like my thing right now.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it's a lifting scene. So I had a clean presser. I had the whole point of the scene was.
Is this a get over match for you?
Yeah,
is that what you're saying?
basically, yeah.
Your job is to get over in this.
Every single time.
Yeah.
And I went underneath in between her legs, put her on my shoulder, and went straight up in the air and had her cleaning my fan. And then I standing 69'd her facing me and away from me. And at one point I just looked at them all, wow. And she's like, your arms are swollen right now and you're really hot. I'm like, I'm sorry, you're 115 pounds. It's what happened.
No, but that's a lot of weight to be throwing around.
Oh, yeah.
And no matter, you get a pump.
Yeah. And they think that I'm always 6'5" and 200 pounds is my assumption.
I like pretending that that's how big you are. You're just much bigger than me. I'll give you some wrestling moves to do for some of your thing. When I was taking on the smaller guys, I had quite a few innovative power moves I would do.
All right, now I'm gonna go hit the mat with Orion.
You're just like, why, Phoenix? Why are you watching Ryback matches before your scenes?
I got the move. Let's go.
Great stuff out of powerbomb positions. You flip the guy around, or the girl in your case. So.
Well, the one thing I did do in the scene that I was new to is she peed all over the floor.
Wait.
She squirted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it was clear, and she's like, look, she goes, and the whole time she's like, I have to pee. And I was like, so go pee. She goes, I can't. He'll yell at me if I get rid of the squirt. And I'm like, oh, well, at least she's honest.
Yeah. It's crazy. Your life is so fascinating what goes on. And you showed up here today for the podcast. We had to start a little earlier, and you came from the cool sculpting, right?
Yes.
How's that? It's just but just old Melissa showing up from work.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, but there's this whole other just wild side that a lot of people tend to like, I guess.
Yes, and I love them. Thank you.
No, it's really cool. But the things that go on, I'll never. I'm sitting here wide-eyed as you're talking. I'm just this. Just your life is incredible.
It is, but yours is too. I mean.
Yeah, in other ways. I mean, it's way more boring. You get to go do cool things, and I work, but you work too, and but you work really hard actually, which it's very admirable. But with everything that you got going on, but I always try to stay busy. I stay in and listen to audiobooks a lot, right? Because I'm
staying busy.
Yeah, it's staying busy. Because I always look at it. Well, why am I going out? There always has to be a reason for everything I do. Well, what am I going out for? Well, I could be learning right now and doing this, and it's what's gotten me where I am. So where that is, I don't know, quite frankly.
You're happy and you have money and you got a roof over your head and you got puppies.
Puppies are probably my favorite thing in the world.
I know.
I think I like puppies and dogs more than people. I think a lot of people do.
Yeah, I think you're right. A lot of people now go to animals and that kind of interaction instead of actual human interaction.
But I have heard, though, that once you have kids, that the feeling, you can't understand it until you have kids.
One of my makeup artists just had a baby, and she's like, it's totally different. I didn't know, because she was a big puppy mom. Super puppy mom.
I can't imagine loving anything more than my dogs. I really can't.
And himself. What?
Oh, Phoenix has jokes.
You like that burn?
You must have listened to someone else's show this week.
No, never. I don't throw burns.
Loving yourself is extremely important. If you don't love yourself, you really can't love anyone else.
That's true. That's how you learn what you like.
I read that at least. I don't know.
I was talking about a different kind of loving yourself. My bad.
Have you thought about having kids ever? Is that something you want or no?
I do want kids. I think.
How old are you now?
36.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're older than me.
Oh, see, and the burn back is on.
I always win.
Sorry, he's gonna cry later. It's good.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna discuss your cock blocking at some point, but not right now.
Yeah, we'll talk. We went to Buffalo Wild Wings after the show last week.
Yeah, you want to talk about it now?
No, you don't. Well, I mean, we were talking about you having kids first. That's an interesting
Wait,
subject,
yeah,
I feel like.
Well, and it's like, it has to be the right person at the right time. And I think it kind of all falls into place when it needs to.
How is your dating life? What is the situation? Is that something
Jesus.
I think everyone would like to know the dating life of a porn star.
I'm pretty sure I just got really red, didn't I?
I don't know. Yeah, probably a little.
A little, yeah. It's warm in here.
No, that's something that I think a lot of people would like to hear about. Like, do you have, like, that has to be extremely difficult. No? Or do you have a certain type of person you're looking for already that would like.
I don't think I have like a set. He has to be this height and this weight. I want someone healthy. I like muscles. I like them to make as much as I make at least. And they have to offer me something with their mind because let's be honest, I can get sex and amazing sex.
So you're looking, you need to be stimulated in other areas also. Yeah.
I'm sorry, your penis being awesome is not going to work. I will get dick drunk off of it, but that's not going to be like the only thing.
But how long have you been single now?
Oh God, 5 years.
5 years now?
Yeah, 5.
That's a pretty long time.
I date. Like I do go on.
You do go on a lot of dates?
Yeah, of course.
What are you on Tinder?
No, I'm not on Tinder.
Bumble? What's the deal?
No.
Plenty of fish? What are you fucking rocking these days?
Me, I go out and meet
Match.com?
people. No, I go out and meet people. I don't believe in like social media dating.
Yeah, they fucking suck.
I mean, and from my understanding is mainly people use those sites to just get fucked.
Yeah, I could see that.
And so I'm not looking to just get fucked. So I'm like, man, if I'm out and people come up to me and they're nice.
Do people approach you a lot when you're out?
Yeah, I think so.
You're pretty recognizable, right?
That's it. It's like, I don't want to date, and don't take this wrong, I don't want to date a fan like that wants to date me because I do porn.
Oh, I wouldn't, like, that's like, I feel like a wrestler dating like a girl that's a huge wrestling fan. I don't know if I would.
Because they'll be like, oh my gosh, did you watch the match? And like, that's all they want to talk about.
Yeah, amongst other things, mental issues, but it would be scary to me. I can imagine.
I watched wrestling. Don't say that. What are you saying? I got mental issues?
And then you went into porn.
Wow. Fired.
The burns are going to slowly just get worse and worse as the weeks go on.
I cannot wait until this goes. Okay.
That's for the fucking Goldberg comment, asshole.
And touche.
Somebody messaged me on that, and they fucking loved that. They were like, "Oh, that was so awesome. She called you Goldberg." Yeah, it was really shitty. I thought.
I didn't even know it was a thing. I'm sorry.
The fighting that battle from day one from fans. Jesus Christ, God forbid you're your own man. Mm-hmm. But so you don't have. It's not that difficult then for you to find guys.
No, I
just choose to be single right now. Is that the deal?
I get to do what I want.
Yeah, it's a different mindset when you're single. But I mean, at what age does Melissa decide I need to have kids? Like,
well, look, I'm already doing.
What's the age limit? Yeah, sorry.
Age limit for kids is like, I want to say 45. Look at J-Lo had hers at like 43, right?
You can definitely go.
Yeah.
Everyone, again, that's a case-by-case basis, I think, so.
And then for me, it's more of along the line of, I'm already making the steps out of porn right now. So once I'm out and I'm happy.
Have you thought about having your own, like, porn company?
Numerous times. I've got numerous offers for directing and everything else, but I'm like, if I could just go on the other side of the camera, it's still in porn.
Yeah.
And I mean, the money's there, especially for being a female and a director.
Okay.
And me being crazy, like everyone offers me all these awesome, cool things. They're like, well, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And I'm like, it's so much work because the girls are flakes now and they're more escorts than porn stars. So
I was going to ask you, if it's like sometimes some of the greats in wrestling, they don't necessarily get into training the wrestlers, and because they expect so much out of people because they were so fucking awesome and incredible, right, that their expectations can never really be met. And that's what I was going to like. If you're behind the camera, you're just like, Jesus, this girl just doesn't know how to get fucked. Like,
no, it's so okay. So I've been on.
I feel like that goes on.
Oh yeah, I will look at a girl sucking a dick. I'm like, bitch, you're doing it. Like that's not even what he likes.
Stay behind the camera.
Yeah, I would literally probably put it down and be like, let me show you how to suck a dick, and like slam her face on his cock or something. I'm like, choke. Just put your hands down. It isn't a fucking popsicle, and you're not a kid. Let go.
Amazing how all the industries are so actually intertwined. The same shit goes on, just in different worlds.
Oh yeah, because bottom line is, like you said, whenever you've in your mind perfected something, you watch somebody else do it. That being said, I do like to watch the innocence of younger, new performers. Like I worked with one. She never done a main like porn scene. And It just came out, Mary Moody. She was super cute. She's a cam girl. She's like, I'm gonna jump into porn. And I'm standing 69ing her. And I'm like, fans kept commenting, there's an innocence about her and like her willingness to learn from you. And I'm like, it's true. They get like their little doe eyes, like, I'll do whatever you say.
Because you're a veteran in your world.
Oh yeah.
You're like
10 years. 10 years on, wait, what's today? Whatever.
The 12th, I believe.
12th? 3 days, it'll be 10 years exactly since my first scene.
Wow. That is, congratulations.
Yeah, I get Hall of Fame, yeah.
Do you guys have a Hall of, wait, do you have a Hall of Fame?
Yeah, AVN Hall of Fame.
Wait, is there like the WWE has a Hall of Fame, but they don't actually have a physical Hall of Fame?
We do at the office.
Where's the office located?
In Canoga Park, California.
I feel like I've been there. I think I've got a hotel there before for a show we had. My hotel ended up in that.
Convenient and Porn Central. Tell me more.
No, that name sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Wait, so what is in the Porn Hall of Fame?
It's pictures of everybody. We get trophies and stuff like that honoring us.
Like in a building, and it's just kind of like a museum type setting?
Exactly.
And you're in there?
Yeah. I will be. This AVN is the 10-year
Now,
mark.
do you get to choose like the photo that goes up that lives forever, or no? Does that?
I don't know.
Is it a classy photo of you, or is it from a scene? Like
it's gonna be classy. They won't be cum on my face. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay, just checking, Phoenix. You never know here.
Or just my butthole gaping on the wall.
Jesus Christ. The
that
things that have gone on with you. Your life is so fascinating. I know you from an entirely
Yeah, you met me more Melissa than Phoenix,
I feel like
sure.
I know Melissa fairly well,
Yeah.
better than like Phoenix. I told you, like I've seen you, but I'm not like there's certain guys and other wrestlers that like that knew that I knew you, and like the eyes lit up like a kid on Christmas. And
they're like, what did you first question, did you fuck her?
I'm pretty sure that was the first time every guy's question, yeah. But like I didn't meet you in that setting. It's weird, even though you were it was at a club in Australia. But yeah, it's just weird. But you have this huge following. It's cool.
I'm so sweet and innocent.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, we're just gonna pretend.
Yeah, no, they all know
I'm
that.
hearing all this. I'm like, what are you talking about? This gaping asshole. What?
It's so weird. Somebody said my colon looked like cotton candy once. It was awkward.
I can only imagine. You get whatever wrestling fans like we get and stuff. Like I can only imagine the comments that you get in like that field, because you get like.
Do they comment like on your biceps? Like, the vascularity this day was way more prevalent.
Oh yeah,
than
yeah.
this day.
You get. There's a wide range of wrestling fans.
Which then automatically means, are you on something? Why is your vein showing on one and not the other?
But there's guys that. There's a certain percentage of wrestling fans out there, and it's not like a big percentage, but where they like muscle power wrestlers,
right?
And they just want to see power wrestler versus power wrestler
because they're gonna jerk off to it. I mean,
probably.
I'm just
I try not to think about that aspect of it. But
as you're in your singlet.
But you got to think about it. It's the most ridiculous job. You're out there fake fighting in like underwear.
Right.
Like when you think about even UFC, you're not wearing underwear.
Yeah.
You're like wearing shorts or the spandex.
And they're booty shorts. They're booty shorts.
But like the board shorts kind of like a lot of guys go with that.
Muay
Thai shorts, yeah. But you know what I mean. Like it's not you're not in just like underwear. Whereas, I don't know. And I told Pat
right now,
before, I go, where did that start? Like guys, we're gonna fight in our underwear.
I think as guys back in the day, just like. All they had was underwear, right? That's all they wore. Gladiators wore like underwear with some like leather straps over it.
But even back, it devolved at some point because they would always, if you ever, and this is based off of images.
Darwinism.
Yeah, no, in movies, but showing those times. But they would have like, if they were in underwear, but they had like the stuff over it.
Right.
And then like
the loin.
The loin. And then at some point, well, fuck this. Let's just be in our underwear and fight. When did that happen? Like, that's what
I
want
don't
to
know, but I'm really happy that it happened as a female.
See, no, from female and from these guys that like power wrestlers, they're extremely excited over the issue. But I always just question, at what point did they say, like, yeah, fuck this, let's just go straight underwear? Like, that had to have
You
been.
should have slipped that little like, fuck this, let's just wrestle.
Fuck this.
See, I wish I could do that list, but I can't. It's probably because I am a lesbian. Whatever, it's fine.
We did a character on for one of the ads on the show before, the big gay Ryback instead of the big guy.
Oh, really?
It's super. I think I broke a nail. Ow. And it was actually, we were coming up with different characters for myself on the independents, wrestling different, just changing it up.
That'd be so cute if you start hitting on your opponent. You're so muscular and grabbing their arms, and then like
it would be a complete.
If you standing 69 him while he's clothed,
Yeah.
oh, amazing.
We would talk about though but like every gay character in the wrestling, they've done characters like that, but they've all been
Goldust.
But they've done when he was borderline, like it was questionable at one time, and then they got away from it. And they've done it with the guy Rico. They did kind of where he's very flamboyant, and it's been done at multiple different points. But there's never just been. We and Pat would joke about. There's never just been that big like Stone Cold Steve Austin back. If you go back and look at images of what, and he was one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, mine too.
He had the short jean shorts. If you look, those nobody wears those anymore. But at that period, I don't even know if anyone of that period wore them.
I don't think so either.
But he wore them with a vest with no shirt underneath, and he had the piercing and the necklace. If you go back, just picture.
Okay, I got it. My head.
How funny would it be though? Just
if
gay
he
Stone
came
Cold.
out, oh God, that'd
but
be
still
hilarious.
the same character and stuff, but he was just gay.
Yeah. It's DTA, don't trust anybody.
Yeah, it blows your mind. But I look back at images, I was like, what the fuck? Like, but he was the fucking coolest fucking dude.
Yeah.
And he wasn't gay, but it's just.
Oh, it clearly isn't gay.
Yeah.
He might like his butthole licked, I wonder.
Jesus Christ. I've done his podcast, actually.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, he's a hell of a guy. He has, like, I'm all amped up right now because my Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner came in, I told you, and it has a good amount of ginseng in it because I kept the caffeine really low. So I'm super high energy right now. Stone Cold is just an energetic guy. Like when you're talking to him,
right.
It's so easy and you could feel his passion, and it was like just two guys with deep, raspy voices going back and forth.
Okay.
And we're in a little tiny room in LA. It was when I was fighting for the Intercontinental Championship against Kevin Owens, actually. And I didn't even know I had to do the show until the day before. Somebody messaged me and said, "You got the Stone Cold podcast tomorrow." And like on a day you have a pay-per-view, it's like a very...
It's a big day.
Like, you're trying to like, and you want to figure out, and then I found out how much time we had for the match. I was like, oh fuck, that's not hard. Like we didn't have wasn't a long, it was 12 minutes or 10 minutes or something. So, but and I was like, no, I'd love to do it, but he was like, oh fuck, I thought they would have told you. That was his whole reason for coming to the head of the building.
Aww.
Was to do the podcast with me and possibly one other person at another time. And I just found out, I don't know, it could have even been that day. And he goes, are you ready or something? And I saw him in the hall and I go, for what? And he goes, fuck, didn't anybody tell you? And I go, tell me what? And he was like, no, you're on the show. And I was like, oh, cool. Like it was.
You're like, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I would have loved to just known about it, but it was, and I might have found out the night before. I don't remember because I drove in from Vegas. Mm-hmm. So I think I left even a little bit earlier to make sure I got there at a decent time and whatnot. But he's a good dude. You could tell, like, just talking to him, and like he has his head on straight, and he's arguably the most popular, greatest wrestling superstar of all time.
I would say Ultimate Warrior, him, Hulk Hogan. I mean, obviously minus.
Yeah, I think it's hard. Like I said, you can never just narrow it down to one guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, he was. I think.
I own his T-shirt.
Yeah, so, he was. His hottest was hotter than probably anybody else's, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
And it went on for a cool minute. Like Cena's like the most popular for the longest amount of time, but it wasn't the level of...
It was never really challenged either. Like he's just kind of like...
It was a different time, and we've talked about that on this with me and Pat a long time ago. But like those guys, Rock and Austin, were very competitive, and they liked the competitive atmosphere. Not everyone likes that. And they thrived off of that, and those two, that's where they hit heights that not a lot of people hit. So I don't think it's been duplicated since then. as far as the numbers those two guys produce. So, yeah, no, it was a good time doing his show though. It's on YouTube, I believe. Ryback Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast. But the Shell Shock is in. I'm really excited. I gave you your stuff actually. Because
I finally got the product, so I can actually give you an honest opinion on what I think of it.
Yeah, because last week I was like, we got to give you your stuff, and then we went and ate Buffalo Wild Wings, and we totally forgot about it. But it is out. It was by the time this show comes out here on Monday, it will be on feedmemore.com. I'm actually getting it up tonight. With all that stuff's getting organized right now. But I got to ship everything out to Amazon. And for everyone in the UK, I always give updates. I try not to talk about the nutrition stuff overly too much on the show because I do the promotion on social media and anything. If I have something I need to say, I say it. But the UK, we are dealing with Amazon. I got the FDA approval.
Nice.
So now we have to provide the proper documents to Amazon in the UK, which it took me months in the States. Luckily, it won't take months with them, but it's like giving them invoices, and they want pictures of the supplements, and it's literally
it's raw form, and then
it's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Like you send so the labels out there, and luckily I don't have to change the entire labels, but like in the States, the supplement labels say dietary supplement. Mm-hmm. You can't have that on the label in England.
Why?
In the UK, it's their rules. It needs to say food supplement. Because supplements over there are viewed differently than in the States. Luckily, it's not like Canada wants entirely different labels. The UK, you just have to get stickers that say food supplements
and stick it over those.
And stick it over the dietary supplement part.
Not bad.
Problem solved. So that was like, thank God, because it's just like but it's going back and you send them pictures and I'm like, yeah, those pictures that we need. We don't want digital images. We want like images like from in your house. Crazy, this is Amazon.
Yeah, no, they want to see the product's the product.
Yeah, and so you send, but you wait a few days for that, and so we're doing that now. We've sent a couple of this different requests in, and then we get their counters. They don't make it easy to get approved,
right.
Even though it's like, okay, we know who you are, we know your brand, you're on the state, and you're marketed in the States, but this is a different country, and you're starting over. So and there's just no way around it. So hopefully. All this stuff, though, will be ready to rock and roll in the UK before the holiday season.
That's awesome.
Which is cool. It's a whole other country. So
yeah, UK. I love the UK.
Have you been over there a lot?
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite place in the UK?
I
hate traveling, personally. I love going. I've been everywhere now. Or, a lot of places, I should say.
I'm sure.
But it's all been for work.
Right.
So it hasn't been, it's not like I went on a 2-week vacation to England. So.
Yeah, so I'm the same. It's always been for work, too. I stayed, in South Kensington, which is right outside of, London itself.
Okay.
I've gone to the games for the Tottenham Spurs. I've gone to Fulham. I've gone to Manchester United games. So, basically, all around central London I like that area, and it's always been fun, and everyone's really nice, and then shopping is great. So I go to Harrods, it is food central, food from all over the world, and then you can just eat, and then you can shop, and I think I spent $5,000 in there easily.
Really?
And that's more not on one pair of shoes and that bullshit. Buying things for other people.
Yeah.
It was and then
if people knew how caring you actually are, I think that's one of the great qualities about you is you're a very good person. But I think sometimes people label it with what you do.
Right.
Oh, she's a porn star. She's whatever.
You're going to waste your money on shoes and plastic surgeries.
Yeah. But I've seen and you put your stuff on social media sometimes and right. But just knowing you, you're a really good person. I think that's the most appealing factor with you. And it's but you have this job and this is your life and this is what you do. But it's cool. I find out more stuff about you. There's all these other aspects to you too. So
I'm an onion. I got layers.
Yeah. I think, that's the same thing as in wrestling. One of my whole goals was starting this podcast was to let fans see that there's more than what meets the eye on TV sometimes. Right. Because in wrestling, you're just playing a part, and people get so caught up in that, and they only see a certain part of you. And over time, if you're lucky enough to play multiple roles, they will just see you play multiple parts, but they still don't get to know the actual real you.
Right.
Because all of it...
It's fake.
It's all fake.
I'm not trying to be rude, but
I say that's to me, that's the most disappointing thing about it. It really hurt. Like, you know what you're getting into, but to see how people can't distinguish the difference was something that was such a letdown to me. For me, it was like, man, they can't decipher reality from playing a part.
I remember when you did the bully because we were actually.
I got a
was
lot
in
of
LA.
criticism from all that too, from even some of my mom's family members, which was I got a text from an aunt one time.
Really?
Yeah, and I was just like, I've never been more upset in my entire life that she even fucking bothered to message me that. Like,
yeah, it's like, why would you like? You understand
can't-
it's fake.
Yeah, but people can't, and like, I just took credit. Well, goddamn, I must be really fucking good at this.
Like, I'm an amazing actor.
You think I'm that big of a dick in real life that you like? But when you go to a movie, you know you're watching a movie, and you don't watch that actor. And sometimes if an actor does a really, really good job and really, really nails the role,
they can't get recast.
sometimes that happens. Yeah, because it's but like more often than not, especially established actors that go from role to role, you know they're playing a part, and you don't then go on social media and Dwayne Johnson, you piece of shit for doing that in Jumanji, you should die. Like,
right.
But in wrestling, people can't distinguish it, and I don't know if it's because.
I think it's because it never ends. There's no ending to the movie.
Yeah.
New characters get added. Someone might.
It's just
be
a
gone,
never-ending
but...
play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. But like, I think there's something. I don't know if it's the physical part of it too, that it's different than just. I don't know.
Movies, you don't get to go to the movie and be a part of the movie, where wrestling, you get to be a part of the crowd. You get to cheer for the one you want to win.
Yeah.
So it's more of a relatable, I'm a part of this experience.
Yeah.
Trust me, I definitely was like one of the ones in there screaming, booing, like cussing.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I used to go and I would just watch.
Really?
I thought the people that cheered, I just thought were total whack jobs.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
Appreciate
sorry,
that.
no offense. But I think
This
that's
is
the
like
difference.
the third time you've called me crazy, by the way. Just saying.
I'm sure you've taken your shots at me on this podcast already. It's not, that was just so, and then I got into it because I liked it because I always played sports and I was physical, but I went to the shows because I liked watching it on TV. I wanted to do it and I wanted to see it in person. I never got caught up in it though, watching it.
The soap opera aspect of it.
But like, yeah, I liked just the physical aspect of it more than anything. But I would never, I remember going even as I was older and none of my friends watched it. And so I wasn't going to just fucking go. I went by myself a couple times but I would look around and be like, I didn't get it. I was like, man, it's just, but they're different people than I am and stuff. And then I went and did it.
Right.
So it was just a different mindset on it. But yeah, that was kind of a letdown for me on that end, that some people can distinguish it, but the majority of them can't from real life. But that was one of my things doing this, was to let them just see, oh, this guy is an entirely different guy than maybe we've seen on different things. And over the course of the years doing interviews,
they get to see really who you are.
or hear, but again, that's only a certain percentage. Not your casual viewers aren't. You got people that just watch it when it's on TV,
right?
And they're not digging around listening for every Ryback interview, or you know what I mean?
Right. They're like, last time I saw him, he was a jerk face, and so in my mind, he never got to be the good guy. And, yeah. But
it is what it is, I understand that. So, but I wanted to talk about last week to get back to it. The Buffalo Wild Wings.
Okay.
What were you going to say about that? Because this was pretty funny.
All right. So, me and Mr. Ryback.
I like you calling me that, by the way.
Mr.
Say that again.
Ryback.
Thank you.
We decided, we drank, now it's time to eat. I wanted ice cream, and he wanted wings, so this worked out beautifully.
Keto diet?
Mm-hmm. Ice cream. I had ice cream. That's keto, isn't it? I don't know.
No, Phoenix. It's for the last fucking time. It's not keto. Sugar is not on the ketogenic diet.
I thought it wasn't really that carby.
I love you just not knowing every week. Hey,
I'm never going to change.
As you chew your gum and spin it on your finger.
So, Mr. Ryback is a cockblock. And when I mean he's a cockblock, I mean he's a fucking cockblock.
That's very insulting.
Oh, you are? You totally tried to ruin my game. So we discussed relationships and what's going on in the world as far as a lot of women are very gullible, okay? They like the mean guy.
Yeah.
And then we want to, it's basically like guys' approach to women, if you're smart, and I really hate saying this on fucking any social media platform, but guys should be kind of like not really nice to girls at first because unfortunately they actually react more like, wait, but why don't you like me? And then they're like little puppy dogs and they need your approval and they chase you around like little.
We talked about this because I told you there was a period in my life that after going through a breakup in Louisville, Kentucky, I came across some books called The Mystery Method. He used to have the TV show on VH1, I believe, actually. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that one.
You should. It has to be on YouTube. I don't know if it was 1 or 2 seasons, but there was this other author, Neil Strauss, and it was essentially a book on pickup artists, on these guys who essentially were kind of dorks, or this is what it was meant for originally. Guys that had trouble getting laid, but they would neg women and they insult them, and they came up with these pre-planned routines. And this book, though, explained it in great detail. And there were like 1 or 2 different books, I believe 2, that I read. And one of them definitely was The Mystery Method. And another one was, I can't remember the exact name, but it was by Neil Strauss. And we went on a tear in Louisville. And it was so disappointing because everything in the book worked time and time and time again. So we got into this conversation, and I knocked that. I quit doing it years ago because I was just like, it was so disappointing. I didn't want to believe that every girl
could fall for it.
Yeah, but it's a real thing, and I think every guy should read it to know about it.
Okay.
Because there is just something to human behavior and interaction and social behavior where you could read it and then, okay, that's cool, but it will actually help you become more social. Not that you have to drop these pre-planned lines, but it will just help you. It's essentially, though, it's
conversation
busting balls.
Starters. Yeah.
But you got to know it's doing it but not going too far, and then bringing her back in a little, but then doing it again. It's a weird thing, but after you kind of realize that these pre-planned things work, you just stop doing it, and then you kind of maybe. It just teaches you to be more social to begin with, and then you can kind of become your own person with it, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And not just do it to do it, but continue.
Okay,
please.
so now you know the backstory on why I then said, well, I have a different approach, and I can pick up on any chick I want.
Our server was a girl, by the way.
Yes.
Decent looking, pretty girl.
Pretty girl.
Yeah.
Not like, oh my God, when she walked through the door, like your breath's taken away, but like, really cute.
Never know. For somebody, it might have been.
Oh, no, and I'm not.
Rude, Phoenix. Jeez.
Mother trucker. I said she was pretty. Don't start. So I paid her a compliment, and I looked
Didn't
at.
take my breath away. That's
All
what
right.
he said.
So Ryback decides to say
Mr.
something
Ryback.
along. Mr. Ryback
Sorry.
decides to say, slut. He said to me, "Oh well, you think you can pick up any chick? Then pick up our waitress." And I said,
I did say that.
"I said deal."
And she came back, and I tried to like.
You immediately threw
was
a
it
cock
immediately?
block in. It was. You're
What
like,
did I do that?
I was like, you know what? You're really pretty. Right as I said that, Ryback goes, "Oh well, yeah, she's trying to pick you up. She thinks she can get you." And I'm like, "Excuse me."
I did do that. Yes.
Yeah, you did, 100%.
So I wasn't going to make it easy for you, but I tried a couple different times. But as I saw this going down,
Right.
the demeanor of this woman,
Because I said, "Do you have a girlfriend?"
yeah,
And then that's when you interject the line of, she's trying to pick you up.
Yeah.
And she goes, "I have a boyfriend." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And I'm like, "Is he younger or older?" And then she went, "Oh, he's older." And then I just started working my way in there. I was like, "Oh, yeah." And then she said,
I was very fascinated by this, by the way. I shut up after a certain point.
Yeah, because he kept going with, "She's trying to pick you up. She's trying to pick you up."
And then I just saw the demeanor of this girl's face change, and you guys just start having this conversation.
Full-blown conversation.
I don't know if I've ever been more amazed, Phoenix. It was incredible to watch this.
Because it's all about complimenting. And then for me, it was cute because when she said she liked an older guy, I was like, "Oh, that means you want to be more than just a server. You must be going to school." And immediately she's like, "Oh, actually, yeah, I'm going to start EMT school," which, if you guys know, I'm going to start EMT school as well.
Yeah.
in
This
November.
is where I really, you just kept talking until things started like lining up.
Clicking. It just started click, click, click,
Yeah.
click. And I told him, I was like, at this point, if I really want to pursue it, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. I'm sitting there eating wings with a full erection watching this go down.
And I
Just
was
so
like,
everybody
I could
listening.
totally, I could have taken her home, no problem.
It was, I just keep going.
Yeah.
It was so amazing to watch that. And when she left, I know. We go, we should come here every week and have her as our server. And then I'm going to hold you to that.
And now not only that, but
I just get stories for the podcast every week.
Because, first of all, the fact that he even, like, right out the gate, I said I was going to go pick her up, is automatically throwing, like, jabs. She's trying to pick you up. She's trying to pick you up. And I was like, fuck her. Like, seriously.
Well, we want to make it fun. We need shit to talk about on this.
I know, but you can't be
God
the
forbid.
cock block.
I guess we could have had things to talk about, too. Yeah.
She's back at our place. And
That's just the whole now point of the podcast. It's just every week we go to Buffalo Wild Wings for different servers.
And it's funny is when they all start talking about it, and then they figure out who I am. And then I'm going to get the one that's going to go, you know what? I've been a server for the last year. I'm not making any money. Will you let me get in the porn? And then I'm not going to have that on
What
my
a
head.
gimmick that would be. We just start going around town to different restaurants.
I think different restaurants is fine, but the same one, we can't.
Well, the options would be very slim, especially going in late at night. Yeah.
You'd be surprised. McDonald's got some hot little chicks behind the counter, too.
Really? You eat McDonald's? Gross.
No, it's been actually a long time. I used to crave it when I was younger.
Really?
Oh, yeah, McNuggets, like, were my shit.
Don't get me wrong. I think everybody loves chicken McNuggets. If you don't like chicken McNuggets,
You're un-American.
As far as taste,
Yeah.
I don't know if I could be friends with you. Now, are they good for you? Absolutely
No, hell
not.
no. But hot mustard's delicious, too.
I was going to ask you what your dipping sauce was.
Yeah, hot mustard.
I've always been a barbecue guy.
Fair.
When I go there, but I love buffalo fingers, and I don't eat those hardly at all. And I told you after one of my stem cell things, we got McDonald's for me, and with a huge supersized fry or large fry. They don't do supersize anymore, but and I tossed them in my own buffalo sauce they gave.
Yeah.
And then dipped it in the ranch, and I was, it's so good,
So fatty.
Yeah.
So fatty.
Just. I am Chris Farley in this body. Just
If only you guys knew. He ate so bad.
no, but you know what? This week I actually got those real good pizzas I was telling you.
Yeah, you
I
started to
highly
tell me.
recommend them. They are delicious, but they at first the dough is the texture's different.
Why?
Probably because it doesn't have the same ingredients as regular dough, I would imagine.
Does it fall apart?
No, it doesn't fall apart. No, it actually stays together. It's really, really put together. It tastes really good, but it doesn't taste the same as a cheese pizza. I got the cheese flavor, just
Right.
cheese. 14 grams of fat in the whole personal large pizza and 8 grams of carbs. So realistically, I could have 2 or 3 a day and can have more than that if I
I was
want.
like, geez, 2 or 3 a day of pizza. That sounds delicious.
You just saw me eat one just
I
with
know,
my
but-
fuel meals over there. Just devoured it with the green beans and before because today's been a hectic day running around. But check it out, real good pizza. That was actually something the ex-co-host brought up, and I love the ex-co-host.
That's all you are now. X. Breakups.
But it is amazing.
Really?
I'm gonna order. They're out of Sparks, Nevada too. That's where that's where the delivery came from. So they sent me an email too, and it was a personalized email. It's really,
awesome.
But I always in my mind, I don't know if it was it doesn't come across as an automated email.
Okay.
But it had to have been an automated email. It was from like the owner of it.
It probably wasn't automated then. He's like,
But I always question sometimes because if I order things because I have to use Ryback as my name, now I'm like, but is this? It didn't. So but I didn't want to just reply back. Is this real?
like, do you really like me?
I would love to work out a deal with Real Good Pizza, Phoenix, because the fuel meals I love. I get food every week. It's great.
Wait a minute. Why don't I get food? I love food.
You're new here. You gotta.
How many dicks do I got to suck to get food?
Jesus Christ, Phoenix.
I'm going to get an email.
Just one wink.
All right.
I'm kidding. This is a professional relationship, guys.
I know. It's the number one question we get every single time we
I have
ask.
to turn you down all the time. It's just, jeez.
He bats me away like a fucking puppy. The method works. It works.
Just constant nags. That's all that it is.
Damn it.
It's been 5 years of nags or 4 years of nags.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I would never do that to you.
Yeah, you never do it. Exactly.
What else is going on?
What happened this week for you? You didn't get to tell me. Did you do anything?
I had my stem cell procedure, which we talked about last week, and I took all last week off from the weight room. I'm back in. I've been training light all week. I'm going to Nashville tomorrow. I got a wrestling appearance and match, so I'm really excited about that. Wrestling a guy by the name of Josephus Brody. I was supposed to the ex co-host was supposed to have a thing where I was just wrestling smaller guys.
Yeah.
And this guy is a large fucking dude. So it was
Apparently it was
yeah, lost in translation. So I'm fulfilling that, and it'll be a fun time. It'll be a great match. So I'm looking forward to that, and I get to see a few people I haven't seen in a while, other wrestlers and whatnot. And I get back, and I'm doing another LVAC deal on Las Vegas Athletic Club, the demo thing on Monday, and it's for local sales essentially, just in advertising. And I hire a girl or two to always do it, but I always have to be there because it just looks better.
Well, not only that, but you actually care. That's why you're there.
No,
let's be honest.
I do because I don't. The girl is good, and but you can get overwhelmed just with one or two people. It's good. I like working too and doing the. I just think it looks good to be representing your brand.
He was going to say he likes doing, and he was sticking his hands out like he was doing the shakers himself.
I do them. I do like, I hire the girl, so I pay this girl well, by the way, to work these things and do the stuff, and then I go there and end up doing it all. And she does stuff too.
Yeah, she shows the boobs in her butt.
But I like end up like working way harder than I should. I'm like, why didn't I just do this by myself? Because
guys like girls.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
That's definitely, and that gets the young kids up there too. It's
Like,
just
girl.
the first time
Bye.
she met me there, she got there a few minutes before me. There was a guy just full blown going at her outside. She was waiting on one of the benches outside, and I go, "What was that all about? That looked intense." She goes, "Yeah, he wanted my number." He was bragging about how much money he has. I go, "Guys do that like right off the bat?"
Nowadays, yes.
I didn't.
Big time.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah. It's huge. It's like,
How do they do? Have you been through this?
Of course. First thing they want.
I've never once gone to like, you know what my net worth is? Oh, do you know I have these many vehicles? Do you know I have this kind of house? Like, what the fuck is going on?
I should tell you, I've totally forgotten my week update. So I took out 2 senior citizens to Thunder Down Under.
Oh, I thought. Wait, you thought you?
I took him out on a date.
Took him out like
No.
Oh, okay.
No. You know I help out. So I took him to Thunder Down Under, and then I called up my friend John Lee, who's part owner in Sapphire, and they have like a guy side. Well, as we're walking around from casino to casino because they've never seen the strip, one of the guys comes up to me and he's like, "Oh my God, Phoenix Marie, can I get a picture?"
From
I'm like,
Thunder from Down Under?
No, normal. Those guys are my friends.
Oh, okay.
I did
don't you know?
I know everybody, or they know me at least. Knock on wood. Thank you.
It's granted.
Right? Fair. This guy
Bragging
comes
about
up
my
to me and starts saying, they know who Ryback is too. Mr. Ryback.
Thank you.
Sorry, I almost fucked up again. There will be punishment.
Be careful if
after
you want to
this.
be here next week, Phoenix.
Right?
No,
Fuck.
I'm kidding.
I thought I got, never mind. So I ended up getting a guy running up to me saying, "Oh my God, Phoenix," taking a picture. And then he said, "Do you do personal appearances?" And I'm like, "No, I don't." Because I knew right away what he was kind of going for. He goes, "I have $2,000 in my pocket right now. I just need like 5 minutes of your time." And I just looked at him like, first of all, I mean, decent rate, I guess, 5 minutes, $2,000. But I'm just thinking,
He offered you $2,000 for 5 minutes?
5 minutes of fucking.
Oh,
And honestly, my blowjob, he wouldn't have made it past that. But just being
Jesus,
honest.
Phoenix.
Just saying. But it's just like,
I
that's how guys are these days. It's like, "Can I buy you? I have this much money. Can I buy you?" And I mean, it's more of a straightforward approach.
Saves a shit ton of time.
Right? "I got money. You want to go?" "No, I don't." "Oh." And then he kept
Dating is a process, by the way, but keep going.
"Yeah, thank you. Can I get a little foreplay? Buy me some food. I'm going to let you know. You give me food, you get to fuck."
Yeah, I think it's even easier now than it was before now because expectations have dropped so much with how
women are,
Like if you just take a girl out and buy them food and like that's
If you buy food and you look like you can do that.
means way more than it used to now.
Oh, yeah.
Because now we have guys like this out here doing this.
And we just look at
Look
him
like a goddamn fucking legend taking a girl out to dinner.
It's like, "Can I take you to eat? I'll just take my panties off right now. Let's go." Like, food equals sex.
Yeah.
Just so you know. And good conversation. Obviously, first 5 minutes, you'll know if you're going to fuck them or not.
Yeah.
It's just how it works.
We used to tell the dating tales of the big guy on this show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we might have
What
to start that
happened?
back up. What happened? I think you're well familiar with that.
I am.
Of that entire situation.
Yes. Now I'm going to get cut. Fuck.
Yeah, Jesus, be careful. She just got a gun too.
Good to know.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It's
Don't worry, I have 2. Just saying.
yeah, me too.
CCW
Wink,
life.
wink. No, but it's just funny how I think the dating scene is changed entirely with social media and like all the apps, like you said, and
Yeah.
people, and then you have people like that out there. Just Vegas too is a different city than others. It's not going to be the same as fucking Iowa,
Right.
or Montana. You know,
Hopefully they definitely are offering you steaks.
I feel like you're definitely going somewhere.
Yeah.
It's here. It's a different city.
Yeah. Well, and it's
L.A., Vegas, all the big cities are probably.
it's money oriented.
Yeah, it's the people. It's crazy. This town, the people, the money they have.
So my question is, did she give him her number or no?
Who?
Your little helper girl. Did she give him her number?
Wait, hold on. I'm lost real quick.
Okay, but we started on this conversation because of the whole money thing. Because you said your shaker girl that you hired got hit on.
Okay,
about
yeah,
the money.
yeah.
Did
No,
she
she
end
didn't.
up-
She didn't give the number. No.
Okay.
Thank you for backtracking me. I completely lost focus. She didn't, and she actually, Allie Parker. She's a wrestler, and on the independents and stuff, and good-looking girl, and very nice girl. And I've been friends with her for some time, but she's like, she wasn't going for it. I was just blown away that was she goes, he just started right in on it. And
I got this much, and I work at this, and I can offer you this.
like a
Suck my dick.
He was like this little tiny guy, nothing, and that was fine. But he walked by me, and like, I go, hey, bud, and like, just,
Head
I'm
nod.
friendly.
Yeah.
And like the guy just completely no-sold it and didn't at all. I was just like, I go, what was the deal with that guy? That's when she probably thought like I was with her
Right.
or something. And like, it was hilarious. But that's news for me that goes on to that level.
Right off the bat.
I was going to tell you, so I'm in escrow on a 3-bedroom condo. Big guy real estate, adding a little real estate to the Feed Me More LLC.
So we need an all-white room with a white couch.
Are you
for
good at
porn.
decorate? By the way,
Yes, I am.
so this is you brought this up to me the other day, and because I'm doing it because Airbnb in Las Vegas has all these rules and restrictions.
Right.
They don't apply to North Las Vegas, and there is major money in Airbnb up here. And I have it all mapped out. With 3 to 4 properties that I'm going to get, townhouses, condos type deals. And so this is number 1. And I'm getting this one. We're in escrow. It's a bit past inspection. The appraisal comes next week, and I'm going to get it.
Awesome.
And
Congratulations.
thank you. But it's a 3-bedroom, and I got to furnish the entire thing. And I'm trying to keep a budget for all this
Oh
because.
my God! You know what?
And I was just talking about, I was like, because my buddy JD with Iron Attitude, who does all my weight belts, check him out at Iron Attitude, guys, on Instagram. Hell of a guy. He's one of the only guys I talk to. You don't have your own custom weight belt?
No.
You need to have him make it. He does the fucking best weight belts.
And I'm like pushing sleds that are 405 pounds. I probably should have that.
Have you ever worn nothing but a weight belt in a sex scene?
No.
You can make that your thing.
Flipping bitches, wearing a weight
At
belt.
P Marizzle, your Twitter username on the back of the belt, just as you're doing Ryback power moves in your pornos.
I love it. I'm in. Okay, but what I was also gonna say is, I have the storage unit with all this amazing furniture in it.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's like a 16 by 16, and because I went from one place to a different place, from my LA apartment, like I had a 2-bedroom, fully furnished, desks, all really nice stuff.
Yeah.
Just saying, we can talk after this.
How many bedrooms do you have in there?
I probably have 3. I easily.
Get the fuck
You just
out.
have to buy beds because I throw out beds because I don't, I don't
It's probably a good thing, Phoenix, if you know what I mean.
all the springs are busted coming through.
Jesus Christ.
And that's after one day. It's awkward.
Oh, man. Why is this girl's bed so fucked up? The best is somebody that meets you that doesn't know who you are. Bed.
Throw him on the bed. He's like, wow. He goes,
really-
and there's like a really heavy divot right here. And I'm like, yeah, let me show you cowgirl right here. Got it.
So what I was going to say, though, is you brought up to me as the dogs love you, by the way.
Yes, they do.
When you're here, I don't exist.
No, I know.
Sophie, come to daddy.
Came back.
She'll throw me a little love. Lil guy is just all about you. And he's a man, so
He was actually guarding me earlier, like, Dad, you're not going near her.
Yeah,
this is my new bitch.
He is very territorial already. He actually, that's going to change. I'm going to cut his balls off next week.
So what are you doing next week?
Little guy loses his balls. It's getting time.
Should I take a picture of him now so he can remember what it was to be a man?
He's really coming into his own. I noticed because he peed like a girl for the longest time. He's starting to lift his leg a little bit.
Oh.
So that's like kind of you don't want him to start spraying it's kind of a male dog thing that you want to get him neutered. Oh, he did come back to me. Thank you, little guy. But we talked about with this, the first thing, so this is how our relationship is when we talk. Oh, I got a 3-bedroom condo. First thing you say is, oh, you could rent that out for porn shoots.
Yes.
And I go, no joke. What is the requirements of that?
Well, okay, so let's just say we're going to rent out your place.
Yeah.
Because we had said about doing it here, and then you're like,
I don't know if I should be divulging this for Airbnb, but these
it's fine.
Wait, what is this stain?
No, well, that's it. That's what's cool is a lot of people will rent
you get the
out.
stains?
No, there is no stains. Listen.
Okay.
I'm going to beat you with my water bottle right now. Yeah, I'm drinking water right now. Alcohol comes after this, next break. So I want to rent your property. I will say I need this. Average shoot time is like 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We're out of the house. We use one section of the house. Let's just say we need a couch. It's
The living room, the living room setting.
Yeah, exactly. So
I feel like that's most scenes. Is it?
And there's bedroom. Like there's definitely bedroom.
Yeah.
But if you
Do
get a white,
you get more if you rent it out for multiple rooms or like?
No, it's normally for like the
Just
day.
they get the whole house
Yeah,
when they come
the
in.
whole house,
Okay.
yeah. And honestly, most of the time they tell you ahead of time, like, oh well, you know what? We're gonna be. I'm sorry, little guy's biting my toes.
Little guy, sorry, the dogs have.
It's so amazing. They're back in the house and they want to play.
They've been outside playing forever, and now they're
here. But they'll basically tell you ahead of time, like, oh, you know what? We're gonna use just your backyard. We need to use the jacuzzi. It's a summer scene. Blah blah blah.
So wait, say because my house here, I have 3 homes directly behind my house between the pool and everything, and the back in the hot tub and all that. Like if they did the backyard. But you can't do that.
But that's where you would say, like, these are my rules. Like, this room is my bedroom. Don't fuck in my bedroom.
Yeah. But, outside, if my neighbors, looked out their blinds and see a girl getting railed in my hot tub.
They'd be like, oh,
is that,
Mr. Ryback's
outside,
home.
What are the rules on that, calling the cops and stuff?
See, and that's where, your private property that's gated and everything else, you normally would want to tell somebody you might be doing something like that.
Okay.
But then
go around with a little signature form, hey guys, big guy Ryback here. I got a porno scene being shot tomorrow in my backyard. Don't look through your blinds. You might see a girl getting railed in a penis. All right, thank you.
Oh no, there's one, it's $1 million home. It's gorgeous, but you can't shoot outside, and it's got this beautiful pool.
Yeah.
Because right at 2:00, you hear the kids come home.
Yeah.
And it's you can't be outside and listen to that. We had one, there was a school in the background.
No, of course not.
You hear the school bells going off while you're fucking, and it's okay, well, I guess it's at recess. Let's fuck.
Yeah, that's indoors would definitely be safer. But so what is a typical? They rent it out for. What does that go for?
About $1,000
for a day.
For a day. So
you're not gonna find that kind of money anywhere.
No. And all you have to do is sign a release saying, "Yep, here you go," and that you allowed us to shoot there.
Yeah.
And we cleaned the place, so a lot of people will leave their house kind of dirty, in my opinion. And we go through and we Clorox, wipe everything down before we even fuck.
Oh wow.
So
wait, do they make you the performers do that?
No.
Sorry, I didn't know.
No, we don't touch.
Just
anything.
asking.
I help move furniture because I don't mind, but
you're a hoss, yeah.
Yeah, other girls are just let me know when to sit down on the deck. Okay, thanks.
So they $1,000 for a day, which is how long typically?
8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay.
And we're out, and I mean we're done.
And now, typically though, for my Airbnb properties, what I'm doing is I'm getting the keyless entry with the codes,
which is even better.
Yeah, so that you don't have to, because that's one of the hassles with Airbnb is dropping off the key you don't want to be leaving a key outside and somebody can find it and whatnot. And you could change the codes, and it's just way easier using those, from everything I've been told and seen. But they typically, when you guys do those, you don't want anyone there either, right?
Correct.
Yeah. You don't have Joe Blow sitting there eating with a bag of popcorn.
That being said, I mean, there have been homeowners that rent out the home and will go upstairs and I'll never forget.
Wait, really?
Oh no, yeah, for sure.
Families and stuff?
Not family, but the homeowner guy.
I feel like it's only single guys that do this. Right?
Mainly
that
single
have
guys.
Money, yeah.
And they literally have money. And he had this weird bridge thing over where we were shooting because it was a 2-story. And he's I just remember I'm doing a gape scene. It was all girl orgy, and I look up. And as I'm looking up, he's looking down directly into my butthole and taking pictures. And I'm
the things you've done on camera, Phoenix.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, can you imagine here you are in this hardcore performance and then You look up and here's Joe Schmo taking pictures of your butthole.
Oh, he was taking pictures.
Oh yeah, he was like, and I wanted to be like, that'd be a great selfie.
You know what that's like?
What?
It's like us. The equivalent of this in the wrestling world is us before the show goes live and we're in the ring and you're rehearsing things.
Right.
And WWE security constantly, people that work in the building will be snapping pictures of like guys that are working a program together, fighting, but they're going over the scene essentially before the show rehearsing. And they'll be snapping pictures trying to get these photos. That's what that is for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
it's like
just
you're
an invasion of privacy.
It's like wait till the outcome comes out and then jerk off to that, not your little home video, asshole.
Yeah, I wouldn't be there for that. I would just strictly be in that for financial reasons.
And you wouldn't go in and watch?
It's not even my own place, so I mean, it is, but it's not. Yeah, but I mean, it's not. Though I'm not living in it, so
he
and
says.
I have a cleaning. Yeah, I live in it for a week after that.
Right.
Wait,
he's
where
all
you
rolling
at?
around.
I've been in the condo, Phoenix. Well, why are you? I can't tell you.
I can't tell you who was here, but I love her. She's amazing. She's my new favorite. Fucker.
I was trying to think this week. I do need to tell our listeners that for everybody listening, we switched over from Audio Boom to Midroll.
Okay, what does that mean?
Different platform. They're a podcast host. Midroll is with this group called Art19, and Audio Boom, we were with them not even a year, no, about a year. I'm sorry, there was a contract for a year. Sorry. But Midroll, when something happened when they transferred the podcast over, some people got unsubscribed. Okay. So, and then because the numbers reflected that when we switched over, and now the numbers are going back up because people are subscribing again. So if you're out there, and obviously everybody listening to this is subscribed, but it was an issue because a guy came up to me in the gym, Cody, who is a faithful listener, lives in Las Vegas, and the other day, and he was saying, he goes, did your show come out? And I go, yeah. He goes, oh, I haven't heard it. And I go, you probably got unsubscribed. Or I think I didn't get to tell him because somebody else came up and wanted a picture while we were talking, and he left. But Cody, if you're listening, it was probably because you were unsubscribed. I'm sorry. And it's just an issue because I've gotten emails on it and stuff from people, and we don't know how many people have been unsubscribed.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's like you never want that to happen because some people they'll usually figure it out. But some people just they don't see the updates on the show. So that is a very real thing that happened, guys. And but we are rocking and rolling again, and everything has been good since the addition of One Phoenix Marine.
Oh, thank you.
You excited about Halloween?
I'm not going to be in town, unfortunately. I'll be in Utah, Park City, Utah.
Oh, God, you're going to corrupt Utah?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait, are you going there for work?
No. I'm actually going there for a convention, like a learning convention for cool sculpts.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's that going?
Awesome. I love it.
Do you get a lot of people that come in for that?
I do. It's awesome. Guys and girls, everyone that come in, they're like, freeze my fat. I'm like, okay.
And how long does it take them to notice a difference?
I had one girl tell me she noticed I did her arms on a Monday, and by Wednesday she was already showing me. She's like, look, because she wanted to do her stomach after.
Yeah.
And it was already it was a really hard fiber, and now it's like loose jelly. And she's like, I can see the difference, and I saw the difference too.
Yeah.
It depends on your body and how it reacts, but normally 2 weeks, you're completely like, holy shit, this is working.
So you're just essentially waking up every day and noticing you're getting leaner.
Yes.
And it's just because of that process that you put in effect.
Yep.
But I'm very hard-headed. I like burning body fat myself. It feels like it's not cheating, but it is cheating. I don't know. I would want, if I'm going to get it done, I want to eat chicken fucking nuggets for 3 weeks.
Ugh.
And then Phoenix,
go.
fix me. Fix me, Phoenix.
I feel like a fat slob.
And then you're just like, I don't even recognize you, Ryback. It's just,
I'll be like, where are your veins? Are you dying?
Yeah.
All
310 pounds all on my waist.
Oh, no.
Can you get rid of all of it?
You'd be like, it's going to cost you dinner.
Does it cost more if they have more fat or no?
No. And
that's kind of weird. You think it would?
No, because it's like what heads I use. Like there's one head that's $800, and it's like our largest head, and like that's for people who are obese, and we call it like a debulker. That's the one that you want to use.
That's a nice word for it.
It is like because if you have a
why don't you call it the fat head?
Listen, I'm gonna use it on you. On that head, not the one on top. Never mind. Oops.
Jesus. Of
I
course.
had to go
Phoenix.
there. Had to go there. Listen, we're just to keep the sex going all the time.
People
Wait a
love that.
minute. So the big head like debulks and like takes large chunks, where like the smaller head's more about like that's what you would use. You'd use the small head.
Okay.
And it would just carve into you, and it's more about defining your body.
Yeah.
Because you're already defined. It just takes it like. When a girl gets her ass done, like has that loose skin right there, like let me fix that loose skin by freezing it. And again, it doesn't say it skin tightens, but it does. So.
Yeah. I think it's real. I looked it up after the next day, and I was. It looks really fascinating.
It is, and it works.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I saw they had the before and afters, and it was like, whoa. There were some pictures. It's very impressive. Mm-hmm. So that is.
He's gonna be visiting me.
No,
soon
I
at
have a
the
feeling
office.
I probably like.
You should. It's not like it's not cheating. You work out every day.
Yeah, goddamn right I do.
And think about it. Whenever you can go and get these new stem cells put in your arm, then you're gonna need to like take time off.
Yeah.
And then when your time's off, we're gonna freeze the fat.
I love the idea of that, Phoenix.
Yes.
I work really fucking hard. If I want a cool sculpt, goddamn it, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Just trim up the waist a little bit.
A little bit, and then you're gonna be like, "Oh my God, is there anywhere else you can pinch this and like freeze?"
I just super skinny all of a sudden. I just,
No, don't be.
what's
skinny.
that? That would what? So what would it cost to cool sculpt your whole body?
Depends. Like, I mean,
I'm talking. You literally just you do the whole. You grab the big head and you start from the ankles and you cool sculpt all the way up each leg, all
like
the way
okay,
up.
for instance, let's do one thigh, two thighs. I'm gonna say an average person. So that's the $400 head. So 400, that's 800 in thighs, just the inner thighs. Now you have to do the outer thighs.
Yeah, I'm
That's
talking whole
another-
body. I want the whole body done.
I'm gonna say
Could I die from that?
no, not at all.
No, okay.
No.
My whole body just goes into this
Goes into
fat,
freeze
like,
shock.
Yeah.
No, we say we limit how many treatments per area. Like 4 is like the most. Like
Really?
if because think about it. If I do
Limit
your
your profits
size,
like that with a guy like me coming in, just
I
fucking
know.
freeze me.
That's because he's all about the money. He's got the money. I'm
Just-
gonna take the money.
That's my way of telling you I have money. I want to freeze my whole fucking body. Goddamn it!
I was like, can you afford this? Oh my God. Let me give you French fries while you do it. No, the best.
As I'm eating, my chicken McNuggets as you're fucking cool scoping me.
It's the worst. I had a girl like eating, I want to say like a butter croissant, like super butter, like, and it to the fact that the bag was like see-through butter croissant. And she's like getting her fat frozen. She goes, "Is this
Fucking
like
pig.
bad?" And I was like, "Nope. I'll just see you next week. We're good." Keep
What a
eating that.
disgusting human being. That I joke about saying that. that is someone that their mindset
really
of
do it.
getting rid of fat. And, I could just keep eating this shit rather than just change and make positive, changes in my life.
And that's why, like, because
forbid.
they're actually like a nutritionist is in the office, and she just looks at me. She judges me, kind of like you judge me and my food choices.
I don't judge you at all. God damn it, Phoenix Marie, I don't judge you. You know that. I'm very
judges
supportive
me
of
all
your
the
choices
time.
and lifestyle.
I'm like, as I eat this pizza.
No.
It's a real good pizza. So you're good.
So what about, you're going to be out of town for Halloween? I've never been, I loved Halloween as a kid. I've never, since I've been an adult, I've been with WWE for so long. We always work, I feel like, during every.
The seasons, yeah.
And then, like, if I happened to be home, I can't remember if I was or not.
I think one time you were, because you were injured.
Oh, maybe, but I was, it might have been my growing thing.
Yep.
No, I went back to TV before that. I don't know when but I might have been home. But
I was like, "What are you doing for Halloween?" You're like, "Nothing. I'm sitting on my couch."
Yeah, I was probably home for like a day and a half and just didn't want to
Do anything.
Yeah, just want to just shut down, and because I'd go work out and do everything during the day, and it's like nighttime. Usually my day, because I would get to sleep that morning without an alarm clock. The only day all week I'd get to sleep without an alarm clock was Wednesday night. Usually, unless I was home 2.5, I would get Wednesday and Thursday to sleep without an alarm, and then fly out either Friday or Saturday. But usually that 1.5 went on for a long time. So I would do Wednesday would be my night to have some drinks when I was home at the bar, and just and then not worry about the alarm clock. Because everyone knows when you have to get up with an alarm clock, there's a stress factor with that.
Yeah.
But when you don't, it's the most peaceful sleep when you know you could just go to sleep and not set an alarm clock. And usually I'll wake up probably the same time, but it's just a more relaxed, peaceful sleep. Not hearing,
And you're just like, "Oh shit! Now I have to get up. I don't have a choice."
And to that job, you lot of times I'd have to get up at 2 and 3 in the morning on my fly out days, and I would go to bed at 12 or 1. So I'd get 1, 2, 3 hours sleep tops. And it was wake up dead exhausted. And that amount of time you're not rested when you wake up. Can
you sleep on planes or no?
Yeah, luckily, but I've had times where, because I'm up from the time my house was 30, 35 minutes from the airport. By the time I get up, get ready, shower and get all my bags downstairs and into the truck and then drive to the airport and then unload the truck and walk in and check in and then get to the gate and wait to board, there's a couple hours go by.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm awake kind of. So I would have to then shut back down. It was tough.
That's so hard.
That's the hardest part of the job, and everyone that does it, that's the part that people don't understand of how fucked up the sleep cycle is. It's really, and a lot of guys can't sleep on airplanes. I can't. Yeah. I would, as the dogs get their squeaky toys, I would always put my meditation on and be able to usually zone out, and every once in a while pop a Benadryl or something during that period.
So that way.
And but there's been times I'd only sleep 1 or 2 hours, get on the plane and be off and on the whole time and get in, and we'd have to do a show. Literally you get in, West Coast, East Coast, get into a show, go straight to the show, perform, get food, go to the show, perform, and do a 4 or 5 hour drive. That's horrible. And you're on East Coast time and you're all fucked up because you're
you don't know when sleep is.
Yeah, and so but you get used to it after a while, if that makes sense.
I've done those.
Yeah. So, but it was Halloween though. I've never. I would like to do. That's one of the things, being away and being in charge now. I need to live a little more and do things. So
you're gonna do the bondage ball?
Wait, that's from 0 to 100 on me here.
No, it's not
what
Halloween.
I was getting. That doesn't sound like I was just simply talking about wearing a goddamn costume, Phoenix.
No, it's like the
not going with a ball and chain in my fucking mouth.
Jesus.
I'm here with Phoenix.
Well, I wish I was here because I would totally take you there.
What is the bond?
The fetish and fantasy ball that Vegas has every year. It's actually really well known.
Where's it at?
At the Hard Rock.
Okay. Yeah, Party Central.
Yeah, exactly. And it's actually kind of cool because there are a lot of girlfriends I know that are dominatrix chicks that'll come with slaves and full collar and they're lifestyle people that do this for a living and that's what they like.
Yeah.
And so they'll be there with slaves on leashes and their masks, and it's just a really interesting thing. And then you got the princesses that are I get to be a fairy and wear no clothes and be a slut.
I feel like you could get me so many cool points and different atmospheres. Me and you going as a king and queen.
Oh, yeah.
And then just a bunch of fucking slaves all around us. You get the young girls, Phoenix. And
oh, God, I could totally make them
I'm listening.
I put them in cages. And then they have to
They have their costumes with little cages around them.
No, they be in cages.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
How would they get around?
Oh, trust me, I'll find a way.
Wheels?
Ooh, wheeled cage.
But who's we have to have people.
Yeah, servants at a wheel.
Yeah. So muscular people, but not more muscular than me.
Right, of course.
King. God damn it, no one's more muscular than the king.
We'll talk about the action figure that's bigger than you.
We're breaking this. Well, that was over there.
Yeah.
No, you don't talk about that one because it's not. It's your mind playing tricks on you.
Yes, exactly. Why haven't you played Hulk yet? You should be Hulk.
We have some cool things going on some. I can't talk about it. That was Nick Marchetti. But hopefully at some point, because I really don't care about that stuff, but it would be cool, and I'm not against it. So, and he seems like a really good guy. I actually got to talk to him here. This week has been really fucking hectic. But I was going to ask you before we take our first break, because later on in the show here, I'm actually going to do 1 to 2 live calls here to fans.
Yeah.
Because this week I did Amazon reviews with people that purchased Feed Me More Nutrition on Amazon, because the reviews are very important.
Yeah.
That they actually, because I pay for campaigns where you spend a certain amount each day for the sponsored ads through Amazon to show up on the search results, and
right.
They have their own algorithm and their formula, and it
works.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. But the biggest thing is you need a certain amount of reviews for your campaigns to really have true effect, because you can spend all the money in the world, but if you don't have enough reviews, people purchase off of reviews.
Yeah, I do.
A lot of people.
Especially
I never
Amazon?
have. If I know what I'm typically going to get. Right. I've learned I don't read what other people. I don't personally do that.
Okay.
Because I'll judge for myself. Because if you look at reviews, you'll see 5 stars, and then I have like someone on mine left a 1 star. This guy Todd Jinder bought all my products and left 1-star reviews. That and Ryback
so
sucks.
What we should call him.
And Amazon, yeah. I wish there was a way to get a hold of a guy like this. And Ryback sucks. His protein sucks. Like that was his. It's like.
But you spent the money, you freaking moron.
It's just unfortunate that kind of stuff is, and usually Amazon, you could report it and they tend to not allow that stuff.
Right.
But it's just still for the time being, like, come on, like this isn't pro wrestling, guys. This is real world shit. And it's just, it is what it is. But the Amazon reviews play a great part. So this week I did a thing where the first 25 people that actually bought the supplements and left a review, because we're getting a decent amount now. Typically you need, they say 12 to 40 reviews per supplement, to where you need at least 12 though.
Yeah.
And like I'm over that on some of them, and some of them, like one protein will be like 8 or 9 and the other one will be 3, because I've never left a review in my entire life on it. Like I've never even thought about it. And a lot of people don't think about that stuff.
I do sometimes. I won't lie.
But it greatly helps. And I'm more aware of it now. So things I do buy on Amazon, I'll go, if I do like that, I'm going to go review it, because it helps that company. So anyways, we got a couple guys here that we're going to call later on the show and surprise them live, and live for us anyways, and talk to them, Brandon and Chris, who were kind enough to leave reviews and purchase the supplements. So before we take a break, did you see the thing with Harvey, was it Weinstein?
We kind of talked a little bit about it, and I actually didn't really
Did you know him?
No, I didn't actually, surprisingly.
Just asking.
Sadly. I heard he's
Surprised.
a sex addict. Like, he's a sex addict.
Nothing shocks me anymore. It's just...
That's an excuse for I'm a big fucking pervert and I like to get my dick wet. .com, okay?
He's a big-time movie producer, though, and it's... I'm sure the news outlets are having a field day with all that, but I was just curious. When we were talking earlier, if you knew him, I didn't know him.
No.
Because you were in California for a long time.
Very long
You still
time.
go back there quite often.
Often.
So, no, but it's... nothing is shocking anymore. And to me, like I don't hear anything like, oh, that's really?
But don't you laugh? Like, how the fuck are you gonna say you're a sex addict? Like, I'm gonna go. He's going to counseling for
Supposedly,
I'm gonna be recovering. Like, don't touch your dick. Slap his hands. His dick gets hard because he likes to be slapped. Explain. How is this gonna work? Then you're gonna have like this naughty nurse fetish the whole entire time.
No,
it's like
I don't know. It's I was actually listening to the Joe Rogan podcast, and they were talking about Joe actually mentioned he's such a smart guy. And have you listened to the show? Did I ask you this before?
No, I don't listen to his show, but I know
they have his YouTube clips up, which is what now we take clips from the show here on and put it on my YouTube channel, just because there were people doing it, monetizing on my show,
right.
And I was just like, motherfuckers, like we have to Nate at Take Down Piracy does a great job with all that, but it was Rogan was talking about how like he made a comment though. He goes, sex is the one thing in life that you can't charge for, and he goes, everything else revolves around money. But like sex is the one thing that you can't charge for, or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna elaborate. You can't charge.
You
for
can
it.
if you're on camera.
Okay.
But it was all in that same conversation. That was the one that I just started laughing hysterically.
Like, I know
it's really
some
true
people.
though. Like, but essentially, or it's frowned upon. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Society says you shouldn't pay for it, but everyone does.
It's crazy. Just
Oh, yeah.
the rules that humans come up with at different times, and not to say anything's right or
It's
wrong.
the oldest profession in the world, but whatever. Yeah.
It's just he has quite the battle ahead of him, though. So that was in current events going on. I always figure try to get something current going on.
Fair.
Talk about it, but I don't watch the news, so I'm not the best to probably talk about it.
Surprised you didn't talk about Eminem and his Trump rap on BET.
I know what he
Hip Hop Awards.
I didn't
Eminem went on a 4.5 minute long rap. Not rant, I shouldn't say that. It was a rap.
Okay.
As far as rapping, like he's amazing, and then
He always has been, yeah.
He's
Everybody.
always
There's a lot of people that we. I know, like Zevia, our big sponsor. Like we don't like I did a radio interview this week for iHeartRadio. Great, the guy that was had a great time on it. It actually comes out on Friday tomorrow, but they asked some political stuff on there, and I was just like, look, I don't get involved in that.
Bottom line is, I don't like the fact that anyone will make fun of or whatever. Like, he's supposed to be the representative of every American.
Yeah.
And if you're bad talking him and downgrading him, then it makes America look bad.
Yeah. That's
and I'm
what
American,
like
big time. Like,
we all are. Like, I mean, it's.
And we have a right to not like or whatever, but
yeah.
let's not make him look like an asshole. Because then we look like assholes.
Everyone in this day and age wants to. It's like on social media, they're just looking for the next thing to latch onto, to bitch about, to complain about. It's the American mindset now, and it's because of our media and social media, and that's what I was like. You know what? I'm sure he does things that not everyone's happy about, but you know what? Quit paying attention to it. Go live your life. Go what he does. Like, so many people just want to complain, and whether you like him or don't like him, just go live your life. Be the best version of you. Like, what's going to happen is going to happen anyways. You can sit there and but I don't want to. I'm sure it was a hell of a rap. It's just like, who knows? I don't.
And that's
it.
And I feel exactly the same way as you. It's like he took all this time to write it, and it sounded great as far as like his flow and everything, and the fact that he's so in depth with his rap lyrics and he's so intelligent. But then like ultimately you're berating somebody who's supposed to be our leader, and I it was the biggest letdown ever, because I was just like, don't talk politics. Like, you're a rapper and you're an amazing rapper, and don't do that.
No, I don't. I can't disagree with you on that. We just need to turn our attention elsewhere sometimes and focus on ourselves and our families and our loved ones. And it's like, rather than just like being so obsessed with this guy. I can tell you one thing: the stock markets have been fucking great since he came in. Big guy's made a lot of fucking money since he's come in. So,
ergo, buying a 3-bedroom condo.
Yeah.
More
I'm getting
to come.
3 or 4 more. Yeah. So it's, but I focus on everything I got going on in my surroundings, and
you take care of those that take care. And
and I don't get upset over things I see on TV and don't know anything about firsthand. And it's I wish more people did that, but. With that, we're going to go ahead and take our first break, and we'll be right back after this.
I think I broke a nail. Ouch. Hey guys, it's the big gay Ryback, and I'm here to tell you about the Feed Me More merch, available only on Amazon. We have a wide selection, everything the big guy Ryback, Feed Me More nutrition. And we have everything available in men's, women's, and youth sizes, in multiple colors also for each design. You guys, you have to check out the Feed Me More merch only on Amazon. It is truly one of a kind, like me. So don't be a snore. Go feed yourself more. I know I will. Feed Me More merch, available on Amazon.
Hey guys, this is the Big Gay's manager, Tickles. You can find the direct link at the top of feedmemore.com. Ooh, I like it on top.
All right, we're back. Better than ever. And we were just talking. You were telling me I need to watch Star Wars?
He's never watched Star Wars. Can you believe this? I said he'd be...
Jock. Why would I?
Because everyone watches Star Wars. I was a jock.
Would that help my internet cred, you think, if I watch Star Wars?
Yeah, especially if you watch Star Wars with me.
Do I have to brag about that, like put out tweets every... Guys, I watch Star Wars.
I think you'd be surprised, even just posting it once, and it's your first time, and you did it with me, they lose their shit.
Do I have to wear like a shirt, too, with like Yoda on it? And
I can get you one. I'll totally buy you a shirt.
3X?
Yeah, they do.
3X is the one I usually...
I knew better than to say 4X.
Do I have to like carry a lightsaber around too to like show my cred? Like I'm in it. I'm in it all the way, guys.
I'm gonna get you like a Rebels necklace.
We should do it. Okay, so we were talking. I should get a Star Wars costume for Halloween then.
Ooh.
And just walk around my house in a little.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that would work.
Jesus. What does my life come to?
I'm going to be like, can you put it on OnlyFans? Because I'm going to jerk off to it.
Everything just is about sex with you, Phoenix. You've ruined this podcast. How dare you?
Listen, it's not my fault I can objectify you and be my friend. It's fine.
No, it's I love it. I said we were going to call a couple people with the Amazon reviews that left reviews that because we don't want to call too many here, but we'll call one and see how it goes. I told you this guy Brandon, I don't know if he's a worker, a wrestler, or what, but he left another name, Brutus Van Hammer, and he left a title like "Get Ya Pumpin'." He looks like a really high energetic guy, and I feel like he's quite the character. So I think we're gonna call him right now on this podcast, and just see what happens. I'm gonna thank him for his review, and for Feed Me More Nutrition. We'll see what we can get out of him. See if he's a social butterfly or not. If he's a worker, this is working on his promo skills, which I will get to the bottom of. He might have trouble hearing you. We're going to put him on speakerphone, though, Phoenix.
Okay.
So if you talk, speak loudly, okay?
Not hard for me.
Do I have to repeat myself?
No, sir. Should I just start calling you daddy now or wait?
Oh, Phoenix. The things that you're going to make happen soon.
I'm going to get stabbed.
All right, here we go. We're calling Brandon. It's on speaker. Brutus Van Hammer? Is this Brutus Van Hammer?
Yes, this is.
Feed me more.
What this shit?
What the fuck do you have to say about that?
I think it's fucking awesome.
How you doing, buddy?
I am awesome now, man.
You're live on Conversation with the Big Guy with me and Phoenix Marie. We decided to call one or two people here during the show to kind of mix it up a little bit, and I was telling her, your real name is Brandon, obviously, but I appreciated you left the name Brutus Van Hammer on the email, and my first question was, are you a worker or a wrestler?
No, but that would be my go-to wrestler name. I love wrestling ever since I was little, and I thought the name was pretty freaking cool, like Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Were you a fan of Van Hammer also from WCW?
I actually was. I thought it was pretty cool.
He, hell of a look, but as Bruce Pritchard and Conrad Thompson would say, when the bell rang, that was maybe not the best at that point, but I always thought he had a hell of a look.
Well, I can't say this. My favorite wrestler is Ryback.
Now, some people would argue with you and say you're crazy. Why would you say Ryback is your favorite wrestler?
I would say, one, you jacked up, you cool,
Fuck yeah.
kick ass.
Okay.
You have the baddest fucking ring attire I think I've ever seen.
I'm not going to argue with you on any of that, Brandon. Brutus Van Hammer.
I know. I mean, it's facts. I speak nothing but facts right now.
No, that's really cool of you. I would think also, I would hope you would say something wrestling related in there.
Yeah,
Hell of a wrestler, right?
definitely. One of the best.
I only had to force that out of you, but I won't hold it against you. You're live on the show on nerves. I get it. The muscles sometimes take over. But no, I wanted to call you, though, and personally say thank you for purchasing Feed Me More Nutrition and for your support and leaving a great review. And are you liking Feed Me More Nutrition thus far?
I love it. I said wake up for the first time yesterday, and I have to say it was the best pre-workout I've ever taken in my life.
Oh, well, thank you very much. It is, I don't lie. I always try to tell the truth. So it is legit. It is all natural, and it works extremely well. So I'm glad you are experiencing that.
It totally rocked me up.
That's good. The energy lasts for a long time, right?
Oh, yeah, I was retarded for about 8 hours.
That's good. That's about what I experienced, 6 to 8 hours on it, and the crash is not there like it is on other pre-workouts. It's just, you just go about your day, and I always recommend people take it early, but I'm glad you're experiencing good results with it thus far and have made the purchase. We just got the Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner came out today, and I'm getting ready to put that up live in a little bit, but I just wanted to call you, buddy, and say thank you, and I appreciate you answering the call. Phoenix reminded me I did not *67 my number beforehand. I think you said *69, Phoenix, by the way.
Whatever.
Are you a fan of Phoenix Marie?
So we got to be friends now, so I'm going to go ahead and save your number to my phone, and we'll talk and stuff.
Wait, I couldn't hear you. What's that?
I said I'll just save your number in my contacts, and we'll be like best friends.
You know what? I can't hold that against you because I'm the one that fucked that up. So Maybe it was a sign that we're supposed to. Me and Brutus Van Hammer were meant to be friends.
Yep.
I'll take that as a sign. So I'm not going to hold it against you. Just no calling me late at night. I'm on West Coast time, all right?
Will do.
All right, buddy. Well, you have a good night, and I appreciate all the support, all right?
All right, thank you so much.
All right, buddy. Have a good night.
Hey, you too. Later.
Bye. All right. Man, what a guy. That was,
He's sweet.
I think I just made a new friend, Phoenix.
Yeah, you definitely did.
That's how I just make friends. Is
You start calling people.
I just randomly call people and do Feed Me More first, and then hopefully if they get it, then what's going on? No, this is really Ryback. And then
I think he was like, "Is this real?"
that
Like,
was my whole point of that. Just make it like, yeah, it was pretty fucking ridiculous.
And that was awesome though. Like you could tell he was super stoked. That's what I think. That's sweet.
No, that was a lot of fun. Maybe I'll save another one for next week's show.
Yeah, I think so. We should do one a week.
Yeah, I kind of like that, and it's rather than do multiple because I think that one's gonna be hard to top. Brutus Van Hammer. I love that it was Brutus Beefcake and Van Hammer inspired his. It's
perfect.
you could find inspiration from anywhere, Phoenix Murray.
I believe that.
I think everybody loved Brutus the Barber Beefcake though, but Van Hammer, not wrestling related, but like he had a great look from WCW. And he never was like a main guy. He was on TV quite often.
I remember seeing him.
And big jacked up guy, tall guy, and kind of biker look a little bit, but very cool. Thank you, Brandon, for answering. That was that would have been bad if nobody answered, but
I was wondering what we were gonna do when that happened, but I was gonna say,
you know, I try to attract good things, Phoenix, and
It worked.
It worked. I just made a new friend.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead. We'll do some plugs here while we're at it. Do you have anything
Plugs.
you need to get in this week that you want to make people aware of?
Wait,
Before you go, did you pick a song last week?
I did pick a song last week. Remember?
You did. So this is on me this week now, right?
What are you gonna pick?
I'm looking right now. As we look, I have to go through my phone, guys. We're picking the song of the week live. So many songs. I have so much different music I listen to. You know what song? This was from WrestleMania. I think I've used that one before. That was "Tearaway" by Drowning Pool. I loved. All right, "Ready or Not" by the Fugees.
Okay.
I love that song.
I like it.
Big Sexy Kevin Nash, I think, likes that song too. So shout out to Big Sexy out there too, sweet brother.
I'd totally suck his dick, no lie.
Jesus Christ, Felix.
I would. No, I totally would. That one.
It just
Magic
goes right
Mike
to that.
me right now. Magic
just goes
Mike
right
me right
to
now.
that.
He was Tarzan.
He was on my TV the other day. I had the sound off listening to a book. I go, oh, there's Kevin Nash. It was just in a random scene. He's done a lot of movie work.
Oh yeah. I would totally. Yeah, that would happen.
He's a cool ass guy. I've met him several times. He's very
chill.
yeah. He gets it.
Right.
Like he loves wrestling, but I get like he knows what the wrestling industry is, and like he just fucking did it his way, and I respect the fuck out of that.
Oh yeah, two dudes with attitudes, baby.
Okay, you don't have to go total fucking mark on me on the show.
Listen,
Phoenix.
I told you that was my.
You're like
ish.
all red in the. You fucking love Kevin. God damn it. I've never seen you this giddy and excited over somebody.
I know, and I
the
didn't get a
name
drink.
Kevin Nash, and I'll suck his dick. Right off the bat, you didn't even. Oh, I would love to meet him. Like you just went straight for that. Jesus.
Listen, there's certain ones, and that's one of the
Well,
ones.
apparently, we just witnessed this live. What?
If you guys could see my face, like I know I.
No, your
turned-
hair's all fucking messed up right now. You're like red in the face.
I know I've been like
I
twirling
think
my
your
hair.
tits are out. Like I don't even know what's going on anymore. God. Okay, plugs.
Plugs.
Song.
Okay, song done. Okay, plugs. So I'm gonna disfunct the idea of treating women bad before whatever. So my friend Derek Pierce, he's a performer. He wrote a book called Bad Boy's Guide to Being a Good Man, and it's how to not only talk to a girl but keep her.
Okay.
So we're gonna go that way with that.
Oh, I might check that out myself.
Yeah, and he's
I'm
legit.
such a goddamn bad boy, Phoenix. You have no idea.
And he's a bad boy too. He fucks everything. Can you imagine? Like he fucks for a living. So then for him, like this is second nature. And I mean, he gets like the hottest chicks. So yeah, he's a good one. And then obviously go to Phoenix Murray everything.
PhoenixMurray.com?
Yeah, there is a .com. And there's
PhoenixMarie.com. I'm doing your plugs for you.
I know. I don't know. Oh, P Mrizzle. Go to my Twitter and then go to my Instagram, PHXMAR.
We need to get you notes every week for that.
I know, so I can learn to promote myself. I'm not good at
you're
that.
not good at that. You're
No.
horrible at that.
Go to everything Mr. Ryback tells you to do.
All right, guys. For all fan mail for the big guy Ryback, P.O. Box 752740, Las Vegas, Nevada 89136. Send me a trading card or two or picture. I always get back to you guys, and I appreciate it very much. I actually, it's just my way of, for kids and people that maybe don't get to go to the shows and the meet and greets and all that. There's no charge on it, and it's just my way of saying thank you for all your support. And
That's amazing.
it's, I told you Arnold was the one where I kind of saw he did it back in the day, and it's just I do a lot of things to make money, and we all need to take care of ourselves, and I do what I'm passionate about, but I also believe I could try to do some things that isn't
That's huge.
about money.
No, that's huge.
It's a small thing, but it's there, guys, and thank you. Your letters are always very inspiring. Feed Me More Nutrition, available on Amazon, feedmemore.com, Spartan Nutrition in North Las Vegas, and Wise Chiropractic in South Las Vegas. The Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner is now available. Wake Up, It's Feeding Time, the motivational book by the big guy Ryback, available on Amazon in paperback, Kindle, and Audible form. Your reviews are greatly appreciated for that as well. We got some workout pants and shorts for Feed Me More Nutrition up on feedmemore.com, and the Feed Me More goal boards are $14.99 on Amazon. Check out, we also have the tank tops on Feed Me More Nutrition tank tops on feedmemore.com as well. Fuel Meals, my personal meal prep service, save 10% with discount code THEBIGGUY. Holosync Meditation, it's the meditation program by Bill Harris. I have used it for years since I broke my ankle and leg when I was with the Nexus. The link for that is at feedmemore.com. The official Feed Me More Nutrition Facebook at Feed Me More Nutrition, and follow us on Twitter at CWTBG. And guys, Nate at Takedown Piracy, a big shout out to Nate. He does a great job. If you have a podcast and you have people on YouTube taking clips of your videos and monetizing on it, check out Nate at takedownpiracy.com. He could hook you up and get those guys off of there. So that's it for me this week. From there, Phoenix, I think maybe we go into some tips of the week.
Tips of the week. Yay.
Are you a fan of the tips of the week?
I do. I like those.
You know, I printed out my wrestling show from this week to promote, but that's by the time this podcast comes out, it will. I should have done that last week.
Uh-oh.
Stupid.
Oh, you're starting to promote yourself like me. Forgetful.
Yeah, jeez. But I'll be in Nashville before this podcast comes out.
Damn it.
All right, my tips of the week, guys. Match. I saw this match yesterday, actually, and I put it as my match of the week. It was Triple H versus the Great Khali from SummerSlam 2008, and I want everyone to go watch it. I picked it because the Great Khali on WhatsApp, I use that to talk to a couple like promoters that have my thing now, like different wrestling promoters. But Great Khali has my contact, and he prefers to WhatsApp me, and he sends me just YouTube clips of himself. He's big, giant, 7'1", 7'2". Have you seen him before?
I have seen him, yeah.
Giant human being.
Yeah.
Sweet man. And just a giant. And speaks English, but doesn't speak the greatest in English, but he understands and can communicate well.
Right.
But he just sends me clips of himself all the time. And I don't know, I know he wants me to come to India, which I'm going for another promotion in December.
Oh, really?
December 2nd, I'm going to India. The Feed Me More tour, Ryback Regeneration, is going down there, going down strong, and we're going to shell shock some fucking people. But it's he just sends me clips of himself. So I want everyone to watch his match with Triple H from SummerSlam at 2008. My book of the week, 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel. Notes on startups or how to build the future. I came across this book because I actually this week watched a Netflix documentary on Hulk Hogan and Gawker.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen that
No,
on
I
there.
haven't seen that one.
I highly recommend everyone go watch it. But it deals with, I'm dealing with this with the Sportster a little bit, with and not like Hogan, nothing like what Hogan was dealing with Gawker and how they took the sex tape and were.
Oh, they did horrible stuff to his character.
It really is unfortunate that there's people out there, and like I talked about this there's this publication that they run ads on Facebook, and they're seen by a lot of people, but they're known as a trash publication. They just write fake articles and like fake news. They're fake news at its finest. And since I left WWE, they were obsessed with me.
That's one I read last week.
Yeah, probably. Like
Or the first week, one of the two.
They just start every month there's a new article on how I'm the biggest failure in wrestling,
and yet every month you're still relevant.
yeah,
And clickbait.
and it's just like, come on. And and I had my attorney contact them, like, guys, knock this off. Like, just what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's really, you're not providing any facts. There's no facts whatsoever in any of this. And a lot of the guys they use are ghostwriters and all that. And you wish there were better people out there.
There's not.
And it's like these people, like, these are the lowest forms of human life out there. And it sucks. It's like, because I felt like if they really did know me, they would
love you because you're so nice.
Oh, stop.
No, you really are. Like,
no, but it's they can't distinguish between reality and other things.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate. But this book, this guy Peter Thiel is a billionaire who funded Hulk Hogan for this lawsuit against Gawker because Gawker tried to expose him years before this, and they fucked with the wrong guy. Wow. And this motherfucker came back and backed Hogan and literally took them for almost everything.
That's amazing. Yeah. I'm so happy to hear that.
And so I was like, I want to know more about this man. Yeah. Like this guy, but this movie on Netflix, they interview like just the owner of Gawker, and the guy's talking, and you're just like, what a piece of shit. You can it just radiates, just exuberating from his body, just
slime.
Yeah, you just look at it, you're like, this guy is just what the fuck, and that's just like the Sportster, same thing to me. But this guy Peter Thiel is like just a fucking billionaire, and just like this guy, what's the exact word I'm looking for here? It enticed me to just look him up afterwards because I was just like, man, I want to know more about this Peter Thiel. So check out his book, guys, 0 to 1. It's a good book. I got about maybe an hour and a half left to go on it. So I'm digging it thus far. Quote of the week. There is a fine line between compassion and a victim mentality. Compassion, though, is a healing force and comes from a place of kindness towards yourself. Playing the victim is a toxic waste of time that not only repels other people, but also robs the victim of ever knowing true happiness. By Bronnie Ware. And I really, really like that quote and wish some people would abide by it.
I like it.
Nutrition tip of the week. Don't fill your kitchen with a bunch of junk food. Very simple, but it's...
I gotta get rid of the skinny cows in my freezer.
So yeah, let me tell you about this. Every week when I sit down and do my tips of the week, I'm like, what am I gonna tell them this week? And I always just kind of run through my week, and I try to just give it relevant things that I use and apply to my life. I told you before, I've met people that come to my meet and greets and that message me, email me. We have people that have lost 80 to 100 pounds by just adopting the principles that I use, that I've learned over the years in my life, and not saying it's right or wrong, but just things that I've used, and I share them, and that's all that it is. And one of the things that I contribute to my success is I don't fill my house with junk food, because when you do that, you are literally putting yourself in a position to eat that food, because you feel, one, you spent money on it, you don't want it, don't want to go to waste. You don't ever want anything to go to waste. But even if you're on the strictest of diets, and 10, 11 o'clock comes around at night and you're hungry and you're not due for another meal, until the morning, and you go into the kitchen and you open up and you see those skinny cows. Well, just one.
It's a skinny cow.
And one leads to 2, leads to 3, leads to you eating the whole goddamn thing.
It's 6 of them. I ate them.
Oops.
But I did eat them.
Yeah. You're human. Yeah. That's what happens. I've been there and done it, and I've learned really early on. And so I don't put that food in my house, because when you do that, you give yourself the option to cheat. That's the same for a married man, and then you put a goddamn hot woman in every bedroom of your house, and you're not supposed to. And they're all
beg,
and they all fucking beg for you to eat.
Yeah, exactly. Eat me.
That's all they just eat me, and just sitting there in all their glory. And like, what are you gonna do? You might be able to be able to avoid it for a while, but eventually.
1 door, 2 door, by 3 door, you're wearing down 4 doors.
Yeah.
Now you're in the garage and there's 2 of them, and
Before
you're
you know it, you
done.
fucked all of them. like the little skinny cow ice cream sandwiches, Phoenix.
I know.
I love how we've equated porn into food now.
Oh, food porn is the thing for sure.
That is a thing, right?
Okay, wait, I wasn't going there. I was. Yeah.
But you get my point. What I'm going at on that. I try to break this down into simplistic terms in ways for people to understand. But don't put yourself in that position, guys.
You don't have any cheap food in the house?
No,
Honest?
nothing that I wouldn't like go buy cheap food. Like for me, the only thing I'll buy are for carb days pretzels, which are non-fat carbs, and low-fat baked Cheetos or baked chips.
Oh, Cheetos!
But I'll buy 1 or 2 bags for my entire cheat day, for my not cheat day, my carb days.
Right.
Because what I'll do is I'll have, when I have my carb days, I got my brown rice and I got my other carb sources, which are all clean carbs usually. I don't go do cheat foods on my carb day though. I do it where I do clean carbs. I just eat more carbs because I'm just trying to restore my glycogen stores.
Right.
The only times I do cheat meals now are, like I said, after stem cell
stem
procedures. Because or a surgery or something.
What day next week is your?
Tuesday. I need someone to take me now.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
I'm all, fuck, why am I out of town? I'm in LA. I literally am in LA, or I would have been right there.
No, it sucks. They actually, for my stem cells, they make you the person. You have to have someone drive you, and they have to stay there the whole time.
Yeah, of course.
You're not allowed to like get
dropped
dropped
off
off and
and
someone else
Uber
pick you
home.
up.
Yeah,
Or any
no.
of that. Yeah. And they make you go out in a wheelchair, even though I could walk. Nope, you got to go out in a wheelchair. They have their rules. And if you don't follow it, like, it doesn't work that way.
I've done it for Miss K a whole bunch of times. That's why I wish I was here. I'd take you, because, like, yeah, that wouldn't
Well,
even be
you're
an
not.
issue.
You really let me down, Phoenix.
Had he told me ahead
Could
of time.
have
what day
got
of
a
the
bunch of junk food and watched Star Wars.
I
and
know.
then,
Damn it!
with me all drugged up, you would have had the time of your life.
Oh my God, you couldn't have told me no.
All right, my workout fitness tip of the week. This is more. I was going to do an active warm-up thing that I usually always do. Today at the gym, it actually came to me. The inner outer thigh machines are so important. I know a lot of girls like the outer
Oh
thigh.
yeah, I love both.
But a lot of girls do that reverse, like the abductor, adductor.
Yes.
Hip machine. The inner one for your groin, for men, for women too, is so important to
Oh, I
strengthen
do
those groin.
220. Yeah,
You,
easily.
like,
Yeah.
you have to do and hold it and squeeze. I do, because usually the equipment, you can max it out I max it out
Yeah.
easy. So I'll do holds and squeezes and like.
I do like 5-second like push outs, and then quick close, and then 5-second push outs. And
It's very important. When I went through my groin injury years ago with WWE, I was always doing those before, but and it helped me get through 7 months of having torn core muscles in my abs from strained groins. But doing those machines, I kept my groin so strong I was able to get through for 7 months. And I had 2 tears right above in my pubic area.
Yeah.
Both my lower abs. Most painful thing I've ever experienced in my life. But I noticed a lot of girls do that outer thigh machine.
standing up.
What's
or
the
in
deal with
reverse.
that? I want to do you do that too? What's the deal?
No,
It looks way cooler. I gotta give
Right,
it
guys
that.
are like jerk off material. It's supposed to be that if you do it in reverse, and it's creating the bubble butt, and it builds the lower back muscle more. I'm
not doubting it though, because butts are bigger than ever. I know you have your theories on it,
of course.
but I feel like because I'm in gyms all the time, so I feel like
The real butts. There are real bubble butts.
butts are
like,
bigger in 2017 than they were years ago.
Yeah. It's like 10 years ago when I started, they were
Now I always question ever since you said that. Like I saw there was a girl the other day and she's in shape, but her butt is so abnormally large. I'm like, did she get injections in her ass? It's just like it goes out way too far.
Yeah, and not only that, but like I said, it's your butt is your natural body. So unless you know a girl like she's just completely compact and muscle, and you can tell like she had no choice but to build it out more and more because that's how muscles work.
Yeah.
It's probably fake.
Yeah. No, I do like the butt blaster too on leg day. I'm big on training everything. And then I do different.
I would love to see your butt exercises.
Jesus.
Kickbacks.
The bridges,
like,
kickbacks with all
Yeah.
the weight. I grunt when I do it to feel more manly. God damn it.
All the guys are trying to book him for an hour now. It's awkward.
No, I did feel good because a girl that I know at the gym, she was there and I didn't know she was there. And I was doing it one day, the butt blaster, and she goes, "You have an amazing ass." And I got a text as I was like, and then I turn around and then she was just like right behind. And I was like, you can actually see it's I guess because in the pants when you do them.
Oh yeah, no, your butt. Yeah,
It shows. Yeah. So I felt good about myself. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah. So then my question is, did you want to spread these cheeks or did you just want to bounce off them? What's going on?
No, I don't. That's again. I think that's a porn thing that you.
Oh, okay.
You're completely corrupt in the mind, Phoenix Marie.
I am.
Don't ruin this podcast.
Don't ruin the innocence of just
This
the
high
gym
class
workout.
podcast. Don't ruin this.
I know, I already have. We'll read reviews later.
All right. I think with that, why don't you give me some, let's do reviews.
Okay.
Next. And then with that, we'll do some questions and we'll get into the wrestling news. Reviews of the week.
Okay, so we have a lot of 5-star reviews this week, which
feel
I
it.
thought was awesome.
No, and again, the winner of the review this week will get their choice of Feed Me More Nutrition. Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner is now on that list, guys. And a Feed Me More Nutrition shaker bottle and workout towel.
So we have Awesome Podcast by Frank Myers. Huh?
No, I always read the name. I'm
Yeah,
trying
I was
to
like,
remember
what?
the name.
Yeah, write it down. Why don't you write these down?
Frank
He has
Myers.
a pen. Okay, so hey, Phoenix and Ryback. I'd just like to say thank you for the podcast. I wasn't always the biggest fan of Ryback once he left the WWE. Once I started listening to the podcast, Ryback became one of my favorites of all time. I love hearing the stories and the tips of the week, and I'll start using those tips in my daily life soon enough. Thank you, Phoenix and Ryback.
Great review. That's amazing. For whatever reason, he didn't like me before, but since hearing me talk more, I am now his favorite.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is great. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, see, you change people's minds.
Thank you. I like that review a lot.
The new
Because you were
dynamic.
open enough to change your mind, not
Yes.
because you like me.
Because he didn't believe this is just what I want, and that's it. The new dynamic duo by Spactel88. I'm gonna say.
Wait,
hopefully-
Spectal 88?
It's Spatel 88.
Spadal 88.
Spatel 88.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
The Phoenix.
Back to the names and me not knowing how to pronounce them. Love the show. The dynamic between Phoenix and the big guy is just like peanut butter and jelly. It just belongs. Dread going to work on Mondays, especially with a 2-hour commute. This podcast makes my morning commute go by with a breeze. The tips of the week for nutrition in the gym goes a long way, as well as the quotes to really give you insight for the week. Bottom line, love the show. Feels real, not forced. Wrestling, news, fitness, and the consistent joking about the adult entertainment makes for a great way to start the morning.
I love that. That's one of the cool things about doing a Monday release is a lot of people like that on their morning drives to work or whenever they go.
Yeah, I want to make people happy. And
That
smile.
it's really cool. No, I'm glad people are receiving you very well.
Yes, receive me.
I chose my words wisely on that one.
Yes, he did. He took 5 seconds. He's like, I like this one. Updated review by Mike Malaro. I will always miss.
Is that Ace?
Yes, it is Ace.
Okay.
I like that.
News respondent or in the battlefield. Okay.
He said, updated review. While I always miss Pat Buck's chemistry with the big guy, I have enjoyed Phoenix Marie as the new co-host. She brings a different perspective to the stories that Ryback talks about. I'm around for the long haul as a listener.
Oh, that's
Thank you.
No, I'm glad he's. I feel the majority of people have. It was an unfortunate situation, and I'm thankful for all contributions in the past, and we just leave it at that. And that's it, because you can't.
Yeah, it's done.
It's done.
It's done.
Never is non-existent to me.
Bye, Felicia.
Yeah. So.
I'll say that. So, Feed Me More by Notorious Burke. Simply put, feed me more. After catching up on all the episodes, I'm now a bigger fan of the big guy than I ever thought I would be. Love the stories about the business from his perspective. Also a big fan of the fitness workout tips. Gonna have to try all the supplements. All I can say is feed me more content. Thanks for the show, guys. 100% 5 stars.
All right. I like that. I think I have our winner, Phoenix.
Yeah.
I like number one because we took a guy that wasn't maybe the biggest fan, and he likes the new format, and he's come around.
Yeah.
And we've been able to help him out. And so, Frank Myers, you are the winner this week. Email me at thebigguy@feedmemore.com with your supplement of choice, your name and address. Frank Myers, obviously, but if you could put the name in there, it helps. And we'll get that out to you. And in Phoenix, if you want to throw in some signed 8x10,
Yeah,
maybe have you bring a stack over here. We'll include that
in the packages that we send out.
Yeah, that we send out. And package, I like how, again,
I
you're
know.
laughing at the word. You can't even say normal words anymore that are used. Jesus, receive package.
How big is the package?
God, Phoenix.
It's not my fault.
I feel like we gotta like we're gonna I'm gonna
We're gonna
train
have
you to like on Phoenix. Porn isn't in everything, even though porn is in everything.
All right.
We're gonna pretend it's not sometimes.
Okay. You know what we
Wink,
should do? Not this week, cause this next week, because I'm sure next week will be porn too. Maybe not the one after
We
that.
can't change you overnight.
But
Phoenix.
maybe we'll do small steps, and then 1 week we won't say anything sexual at all. That'll be horrible.
No, I feel
but
like people would be upset at that. I feel like that's going to be the thing that people like the most.
I hope so. Like I'm just me.
But I have to, that's the best thing. But you're awesome. So it's.
Well, I don't know. So one of the things I saw, because I don't mind criticism, was a lot of people like, oh, a porn actress, she's disgusting, and then, oh, way to bring filth and no more
Goddamn right
kids.
she is.
Yeah, no more
Isn't
kids and teens.
that
and
a compliment?
I'm all, why would you even like waste your time saying it then? Like, did you really just have to go and say like mean things about me? Like, I'm smart and I have feelings.
Yeah. No, they don't. Usually they're either very, very young and they've not been introduced to the real world yet, and they will be very shortly, or they have been introduced to the real world and they're not happy about it. And it's one or the other. It's again,
I feel bad for them.
Yeah, no, it's very unfortunate, and it's sad that they have the platform to be like that rather than being able to focus, because that shit's so goddamn distracting. It's almost not their fault. That they can't get off of it. Like, it's really in focus on bettering themselves. So it's
sad panda for them.
Yeah, but it is what it is, and you just got to keep being you, be the best version of you, and block it out. But like I said, you said it best. You're a person.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you are. You read that stuff. It doesn't matter who it's coming from. That's what it's just the unfortunate that people are that inconsiderate where they don't care.
They just think we have no feeling. Like,
yeah. Well, I'm allowed to tell you what I think. Well, yeah, but would you do that in real life?
I would love for someone to come up to me and actually say something like that in real life. I think they would cry.
What would you do to it? Would you fucking hit with one of those fucking power sex scene moves?
No, you know what? Honestly,
fucking electric chair, fucking
I'd
spinning
probably look
power
at him and
bomb
be
shit?
like,
Huh?
I'm really sad for you. And then I'd walk away.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
what about like a knee to the gut with nobody around? Nothing.
If it's just me and that person, there's no evidence.
Knee to the gut or a swift front kick right to the like sternum. Something where you.
No, I'd probably give him a left hook because I'm pretty strong.
But you don't want to leave a mark or hurt yourself to where it can come back.
Good point. I don't want to. Yeah, my knuckles.
A lot of thought has gone into this.
Really? Wow. And I thought I was the violent one of this group, and clearly I am not.
I would never put my hand on him unless they fucking provoked me.
Yeah, exactly. Provoked.
Fucking shell shock them.
Boom.
All right, give me some questions, Phoenix, before we take a break and get to the wrestling.
Questions for you?
And you, I believe. Questions are always
questions. You want those
pull
questions?
them up. You can pull them up on either the big screen or yours right there.
Oh, what are you trying to say? Mine's not big enough for you?
No, you
So
usually like
awkward.
bigger. I know. I always give you the tablet there, ready to go.
There we go.
You might have to scroll and refresh to get the new ones.
Oh, jeez. There's been a lot of new ones.
Don't hit me with anything negative as far as in the past, but let's keep it positive.
Let's see.
I'll leave that up to your discretion, whatever you think that is.
I like the fact that everyone was retweeting that, but no one's been asking a lot of questions. I know everyone's asking about how your product's going to be in the Amazon store by when?
7 to 10 days. I got it. So unfortunately, everything would be set up tonight and out tomorrow, but I have to fly out tomorrow morning early for a wrestling appearance. So I will not be back till Sunday, and I will not be able to get it out to Amazon until Monday. So we're probably looking at like 7 to 10 days, probably 10 days to be safe of it being uploaded into the Amazon system. But feedmemore.com, already up.
Boom. You heard that.
Bam.
So, to both of you, what were the original plans to leave your industry when the time came?
Would you have an answer for you? When do you have an exit plan?
Yeah, I'm already starting school, and I've stopped taking...
You've already started that.
Yeah.
Right?
I've stopped taking jobs for next month, so...
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's very interesting. Are you stopping forever, or you think you just temporarily take
I'm not sure yet. Undecided.
Oh, what?
Fans, vote now.
Yeah. Should Phoenix keep going?
No, because all I'm going to hear is, no, don't stop
Yeah,
taking
no one's
dick.
going to
It'll be
tell you
awful.
that. Yeah, no, make your life, yeah.
I want you to be happy. It's funny because, like, the makeup artists and the crew on set are like really close friends, and they were like, yeah, we'll see you next month. I'm like, no, you won't. And they're like, wait, what?
In
I'm
all
like,
seriousness, though, I always think that like it's like wrestling. I love wrestling, and I'm gonna continue to do it, and I'm doing it on the independents. Which one of the things I know with the Sportster, one of the common themes they try to say, he's only had a few matches since leaving WWE. I wrestle all the time.
yeah, and you wrestle when you want. You don't have to
it's
take every
great.
job.
And I've done this other stuff, and I'm not even gonna just keep going on it.
Yeah.
But they don't mention that stuff, and they don't. It's so disheartening that they go that route. But I never had in my mind an exit plan. But I think like, you're at the age, and I'm at the age that where. In wrestling, for me, and I'm sure with your life and the all the things you go through in that field, there comes a point like it's better to get out
At top.
Yeah. When you're I feel like I'm in the prime of my career right now. Like it wasn't an easy decision to leave. Like I have many great years of wrestling ahead of me, but it was all the other things I wanted to do, and I'm just unhappy in the situation with everything going on, and I was just like, I'm not going to be this age ever again to do this. Right. Rather than otherwise, or I'll be a slave to the system till I'm 40 something years old. And then am I going to start this? Yeah, I could still, but I want to start it now.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean I don't love wrestling. I love wrestling as much. I love fucking wrestling, but it's like, that doesn't mean I have to stay here. And it was, I think you're at that age where you have so much else going for you.
Yeah, I don't need porn.
You don't want to be doing it in your 50s.
Right.
And
no, not only that, but 110%. Like, I think I've looked better today than I have in the past. You look amazing. So I'm like, do I need to continue? Like, do I want people to see me at 50 naked? No, fuck no. Like,
you never know with all the stem cell stuff going on. You might be able to you might look better at 50 something, but yeah.
But it's just the point where I like it at one point when only one person's seeing me naked. So yeah, I'd rather that.
It's funny because I remember when in different meetings with Vince, and at the time it was 100% how I felt, and I would always tell him I want to be a lifetime employee for you, and I hadn't quite evolved into my mindset that I have now yet, but it was coming as I was there. But in a way, and I meant every word I always said. Mm-hmm. Because I was very thankful for the opportunity, even though I didn't agree with a lot of things. A lot of people didn't at different points, but it was, I never pictured, I always thought that again, like it was so disheartening when I asked, can I let my contract run out and do some other things here for a little bit? I don't need a lot of time, but just I need to get away for a little bit. I want to do some other, and I was threatened. And with what I talked about, like, no, we're going to bury you, then pull you off TV and drop your value. Like, don't tell me, like, guys, I've been here since I was 22. Like, come on. Like,
yeah, I considered you family.
So it just kind of, everything changed from that. But it was, I didn't have an exit plan for the longest time because I always wanted to be there and only there. And then it was in the last couple of years where I really, really was like, there's so much more to life. And I could do so much more to help people. And it's so gratifying. Even though I'm seen by so many millions of people worldwide by that, I now have an audience which isn't as large as that, but it's an audience that is very loyal. Yeah. And it is I'm directly able to change their lives by actually being me, not playing a part.
Right.
Which is more rewarding to me. So, and not to say like I wouldn't want to do that again on a limited basis, and because I'm getting the letters and stuff from the kids and the older fans even that say, we fucking miss seeing you on TV. Yeah. That's a tough pill to swallow.
They're like, you were my hero. Where did you go?
That their entertainment was watching you, and that's like it's so cool to hear that, and it makes me feel bad on one hand, but on the other hand, I always have to stay true to myself and do what I want to do, and because it's going to help more people in the long run. But I never had an exit plan for the longest time, and I didn't. The day that I chose to leave was based on the circumstances I saw of what was going to happen based on what they told me before, and then that actually playing out on the card they put up. And I had to leave. There was no choice. And I got my ear and nose fixed, injuries I had for a long time. And here I am. And I have done extremely well since leaving WWE. And to all the wrestlers out there, I'm thankful for the name and the brand and keeping everything. And but I do better now than I did when I was with them.
Good.
So
also, I think you set like I've left an agency that people were thinking like they're the best, and if you leave them, they do the same thing. They bury your name, they drop your worth, and it's very intimidating, and it is kind of scary. But it's like, I got to do this for me to be happy.
And that's why, like I mentioned the Sportster, and it's like I mentioned their name, and so it's just because it just disappoints me. I wish it's like, guys, and I don't know what is fueling them, and they do this. It's not just me; they do it to a lot of people. I look at it and it makes me laugh, but it's really disheartening because they write about some people that aren't doing good, and they just rip them apart. Real life human beings that are struggling in life, and like just fucking tearing them apart, and like it's like, what are you doing, guys?
They have nothing else, but they get happiness out of people's misery.
And it sucks because some of these writers, they're ghost writers. They don't put a picture or a real name. They use a fake name. So it's like, you can't even hold yourself accountable for what you're writing because you know it's that fucking bad. And it's like, I look at it and laugh because I know how well I'm doing, but there's a lot of people that aren't.
Yeah,
fucking,
and they are the ones that are like looking
and
at
they
this
come across and they can I mean,
could be the bullet in the gun.
It's just be better than that shit, guys. Write your articles, but fucking put facts in them. Write real shit. Take in mind you're writing about human beings, you know?
They don't care, sadly.
Yeah.
So, good one is, do you have any appearances coming up in LA?
Trying to think. I'm booked all the way through the end of the year, and I do not have.
India.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm going to Belgium, India. I'm in Nashville this week. I'm doing a Chicago appearance for a nutrition store appearance, early November 4th in Chicago, and then I'm booked every week in November. And I'm booked. I mean, I know I'm in Miami in December and in
baby.
India. Yeah, India and Miami in the same month.
He's like, I'm in Miami in December. Oh,
I might have to go visit Grant Cardone. And I told you about him before, I think. Ultra successful real estate guy,
author.
Yeah,
you did. Mm-hmm.
Fucking, follow him on Snapchat. And he's on Instagram, Grant Cardone. He has he's money. His book, 10X, is, I got his book of quotes right there on my table when you walk in.
Yeah, I did see it.
Yeah, I just, motivating dude, man.
Okay, next one is, would you ever consider bringing guests on the show?
Yeah, because before we didn't, it was just the way we did the show. But I think because I know a lot of people, but I don't
Elaborate. I know a lot of people.
I know a lot of people, but like not everyone lives in Las Vegas, and there are a lot of people do live in Vegas. I feel like you know everybody though.
I do know a lot of people.
I know a lot of like wrestlers.
I wonder if I can get Joe Rogan to come on.
Joe
follow
Rogan.
each other on Twitter.
By the way, I would love to do his podcast. He's that's one thing because he's.
I thought you're booked out all months until.
I would find a way to go to do his. That's where I would go to LA because he lives in LA, right?
Yeah.
I would do his show.
And they
in
do
LA.
it through the Ice House.
The funny thing is, I always heard the rumor CM Punk always wanted to do his show, and then with Rogan, all he does when he talks about Punk is talk about the fight. Like, it didn't go well, but it was no. I would because I don't listen. Like, I'm like even now, like occasionally listen to a wrestling podcast, like the Bruce Pritchard show. He has a really good wrestling one with Conrad Thompson. But every once in a while the Tony Schiavone show too. But Rogan, I listen like the YouTube clips. Because he does that now because people were monetizing off him, and now they put out their YouTube clips through his channel and all that. And he just talks. He has the best guest.
Oh yeah, for sure he has.
There's from the MMA world to just real life
and comedians like his comedian friends. Because I love Ryback. He's one of my good friends. Like he's awesome.
I listen to him talk though, and I love his mindset on things. He's the best version of himself. He's a dude. You could just tell he's a no bullshit guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And I feel the same way. Like I love all my UFC like family. Like they're all amazing.
I felt like if I talked, like we would talk for fucking 8 hours. Like it's really, that's the one thing you just listen. You can learn so much by listening to that guy's show. He's educated on so much.
Oh yeah.
If you listen to it, and not to say he's the most educated guy on it, but he's educated enough. He can have a great conversation about it. But his guests are for whatever that particular subject is.
Perfect.
That's the reason why it's the number one podcast.
It is? I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure he has the number one.
I wouldn't doubt it. Like I
think he's like, or he's up there.
Oh yeah, for sure. But that's cute because it's like that's your number one podcast. Aww.
Well, I'm sharing some insight into you. Don't
I
got to
know.
fucking awe me on the goddamn show, Phoenix.
It's kind of cute.
Saying I like the guy's show. He has a good fucking show. You have a problem with that? I don't think it's cute. I wouldn't go that far. I'm just saying.
I think it's cute. That's all that fucking matters.
He's a no bullshit guy.
Yeah.
Real recognizes real. You know what I mean?
Right.
Fuck
Did
yeah,
you
you
see
know.
the line I got today? It was, I had a fan come up to me and goes, way to keep it paper. And I was like, what's paper? And he goes, yeah, bitches these days are either paper or plastic. And I was like,
Jeez.
whoa. I just like, I'm all, okay.
Where was that at?
The Greens and Proteins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went there for lunch and like just, it was a random guy walking out.
What'd you get?
I got the Rock Hut salad with 2 large chicken breasts.
Okay. 2 chicken breasts, not just one.
Yeah,
That's like a Ryback meal.
Oh, I'm just trying to be like you. Keep it big.
Jeez.
I want to be swole.
Duplicating me and your scenes now, doing my power moves.
It's not my fault.
All right, that does it for the questions of the week. We're going to take another quick break right here, and we'll come back with some wrestling news right after these messages. If you're anything like us, you like to enjoy a nice cold soda every now and then, but you hate the empty calories and the artificial sweeteners that come with it. With Zevia, you don't have to pick your poison. You won't feel awful worrying about the potentially harmful side effects because with Zevia, there are none. Zevia uses the all-natural sweetener stevia and doesn't have any caramel coloring either. The result is a delicious and safer soda with none of the nasty stuff. Zevia has 14 different flavors of soda, 4 flavors of sparkling water, and 4 flavors of awesome energy drinks. This is the naturally sweetened pop you and your family will crave. And Zevia is giving you the opportunity to try their products for yourself for free. That's right, for free. If you live in the US or Canada, just go to Zevia.com/podcast and sign up. And they'll mail you a coupon for a free 6-pack. What are you waiting for? Head to Zevia.com/podcast and get your hands on some ASAP. All right, it's that time of the show. Time for the wrestling news, Phoenix.
Dun, 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 dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun,
dun.
dun. Wrestling news. I let you read the main event. I let a woman read the main events.
See, isn't that pretty fucking
Very
cool?
fair.
Totally fair.
You are worthy of it.
Well, thank you.
Our correspondent in the battlefield, Mike Malero, Ace. It was Ace and Gary. I don't know if it's just Ace now. I think it's just Ace. But go ahead.
Did Gary get pummeled to like you know?
Into
he got
oblivion.
he got ass fucked to the point he couldn't do anything. He's recovering. There's sperm in his
No,
eye.
Gary got taken out by the fucking marks in the battlefield, and Ace is our lone survivor, getting the wrestling news, and he tells it like it is, and allows me to go ahead and give my input because I stay away from the dirt sheets and everything going on. So I like to get the news from him when I print it out before you get here, and I kind of go over it real quick so I have an idea of what's going on for the week. But give it to me, Phoenix. I'll act like it's the first time I've heard it.
Oh, first time. Let's go.
Yeah, it's my first time. Go ahead and read. What did he? I know he has some plugs in there. I like to give Ace.
His
Please do.
plug is you can find me, Mike Ace Malaro. Yes, awesome.
Good girl.
Writing reviews and commentaries for thecriticalblast.com, covering everything from comic books, love it, to the latest Star Wars, The Last Jedi news. Told you Star Wars.
Is it the latest Jedi news or the last Jedi news?
Last Jedi news.
I read that earlier. That is spelled correctly.
Yeah.
What is it? Why isn't it the latest Jedi news? What's the last Jedi news?
It's what's coming up next is The Last Jedi.
Oh, I don't. Oh, okay.
man.
Clearly, I do not watch this now.
Man. It's okay.
I told you I'm open.
Me and Ace are going to jerk off to Star Wars. You can stay on your side.
If you take me to my stem cell procedure, you could get me junk food after, and we could watch Star Wars.
I'm going to have to tell my father I'm not going to see him on his birthday just so I can take you and fuck with your
now
butt.
you're not going to play. I'm not playing the heel on that one.
Yeah, see, I was
You're
totally going to
not
be
fucking taking me.
That's the only reason why I'm going to be in LA. Well, I'm fucking girls.
This is what I was talking about you being a good person.
Yes.
You always do like little things like
See?
that. That's good.
And he doesn't even know I'm coming. I'm going to surprise them.
The show comes out Monday.
Monday. It's okay because I'm not going to let him listen to it till
Does he listen to this? Does he know you do this now with
I
Ryback?
told him I was doing a podcast with a famous wrestler, and he was like, "Oh, I want to know about it." I was like, "Not yet."
Is he a wrestling fan or no?
Yeah, he kind of liked it. He went to the
Dads
WWE.
love the big guy. That was one thing I know
Oh,
with like the kids, their dads always, no shit. And I know people, that was always to me the most gratifying thing when dads liked me because I felt like I was cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because like Cena appealed to just kids and like where I had the kids at one point and the dads.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought that was fucking money.
That's because they wanted to be like you.
If the dads like you, you're fucking doing something right.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
legit. That's a real thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. Follow him on the interwebs on Twitter at SKITCHNM or on Facebook at facebook.skitchnm. New Mexico, is that where you're from, Ace? Is that
I don't know.
what
Maybe
I'm
you guys are emailing now behind my back.
Oh, well.
Ace tags me and everything, so I know.
There was one he didn't tag you in. What's
I'm
up
sure
with
it
that?
was. You guys are now, my correspondent is going behind my back. Not the first
know.
time that has happened.
Oh, jeez. So moving on to Hell in the Cell.
All right, I watched most of that.
You did. I'm impressed. So Sami Zayn
Cool.
turns heel.
You're gonna read.
Yes, I am. Okay. Calm down. Breathe.
Read the lines, Phoenix.
He wants to beat me right
This
now.
isn't the
It's
first
gonna
time
be
during the
great.
fucking wrestling news.
One of the biggest moments in the show was during the main event Hell in the Cell match between Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens. Sami Zayn came to save Kevin Owens from Shane, who was leaping off the top of the cage, helping KO for the win.
Is that everything?
On SmackDown, Sami gave a pretty good, solid heel promo. Link here.
I think I missed. I saw part of SmackDown. I might have to go back. I DVR all of it. I will go back and watch that. I did watch Hell in the Cell though, and the majority of it. There were a few matches that I got busy on during. I had to do some stuff, so I can't sit there for 3 hours.
Well, this is what's hilarious is during the match, Shane took a ridiculous fall from the top of the cage.
Yeah.
MSN reported he was taken to the hospital. A preliminary report has determined that Shane may be dealing with a multiple injury, including neck trauma, fractured ribs, and a dislocated shoulder.
Yeah, I don't
Yikes.
know. You never know what to believe on any of that. WWE puts out a lot of the news, and they'll beef up anything to make it news. But that could have been that, whether they have that rigged or not, and the fall is from very, very high up, and he's done it before, and he does not need to be taking risks like that.
Yeah.
And
How old is Shane now?
he's an old man. I mean, he looks great. He's in.
Oh yeah, he's peak form, but
He's in extraordinary physical condition, and like he takes great care of himself. And
if I had that kind of money, I would too.
but I'm talking about from like working out and
Yeah.
like the actual work part of it. He works. You could just tell looking at him. He spends himself really hard when he trains and everything, but he's not a full-time wrestler, and he's not the greatest wrestler in the world or anything, but he does what he does really, really well, and like he has his own style, and he's very entertaining, and he's a great fucking guy. Like any encounter I've had with him has been really good. He took though a really, really hard fall onto that, and I don't know. Again, you don't know the source of the report. I'm like, who's
really
but
telling
they'll
you?
do things like that sometimes to try to
Drive traffic on MSN.
yeah,
of course.
in YouTube on all their videos, and WWE has a YouTube account for all their videos, and then their views, they get millions of views, and they're making money on all that.
Good
so
call.
like, anything you never know, because then people see that, and then I'm not saying that's the case, because the fall could have caused all those problems, but it's I thought the Sami Zayn heel turn was much needed for him, and I think it will enhance his career.
Nice. Triple threat for the U.S. title. At the
You're reading these like a fucking baby, Phoenix.
Yes.
You go into a baby role. I just noticed this.
What?
When you read the wrestling news, you do it like a baby.
I do not.
You read.
I'm totally blocking his face now as
Hold
weird.
on. Tell me if I'm wrong, people, on this.
Oh no.
This show now, we call each other out when we call each other out.
You're right.
It's ever since the Goldberg comment, everything goes out the window. That changed our whole dynamic.
Oh jeez.
You read this like a fucking child. Why?
I don't know, because it reminds me of when I was young. And
Is
cute,
that what
maybe.
a weird fucking thing? This is like real, like guys. I'm not even fucking kidding you. This is playing out. You're like going back to your childhood reading this
I
as
am.
Melissa.
Yeah.
You can't do that on the show. I'm a grown 35-year-old man. I don't want to picture little fucking Melissa reading the wrestling news to the big guy.
Right.
Well, yeah,
would
another one of
totally-
your. God damn it.
If I pull my tits out right now, you wouldn't think it was a little.
No,
Melissa.
if I just close my eyes and listen to your voice, I feel like I was listening to 7-year-old Melissa reading the news.
Okay.
No, don't stop. Is that your style?
I guess
I don't
it
want to
is.
infringe
I
on your
don't
childhood
know.
now. God damn it.
All
Okay,
right.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm energetic about things.
Go on, little girl.
I'm gonna beat him up. At the last minute, WWE announced that they were changing the title match of AJ Styles and Baron Corbin to include Ty
Dillinger.
Dillinger. Okay, I was right.
You don't know who Ty Dillinger is? Okay, just checking.
Oh, jeez, I'm gonna get yelled at.
Nope,
for
not at
that.
all.
Okay. Baron Corbin ends up beating Ty to win the U.S. title. Purely from a fan perspective, I hate it whenever they do triple threats to change the title this way. It always feels like they want to move the title, but they don't have the guts to actually move the title.
Ace is in the battlefield. He raises questions on how he feels, and I understand that. And I like that he does that because it allows me an opportunity to respond with something else. And you have to look at it the other way of, from a booking standpoint, you do the triple threat match, you get that triple threat match on a pay-per-view. They have so many fucking pay-per-views every month, every year.
Right.
It's that you have to build the things, and patience is a virtue, that you do the triple threat, and now they could do a pay-per-view with AJ and Corbin for the next one because Baron didn't beat AJ for the title. So there's your next pay-per-view. And if you want to do a title change, you can get another one out of it, or possibly you can do 1 or 2 or 3 more with it if you want. And it makes life easier because you got to remember they're booking for a shit ton of guys every week.
Right.
And it's rather than go
How
one.
many wrestlers are there?
I don't know the exact number on the roster, but it's a lot. And I always try to put myself when I was there in the shoes of them, that they have all this is they have so many people to focus on that sometimes it's not easy.
Right.
It's really, and no one's ever going to have your best interest in hand except for yourself sometimes, even if you want them to have your best interest in their hands. And it's not an easy position. And it's not that, and a lot of people just want to get to the next week, and they got, I don't know, say 100 guys between the two shows, 50 and 50, say, which I don't think it's quite that, but whatever, 30 and 30.
Okay.
I mean, that's
a lot of people.
20 and 20. 40 guys. Just say it was 20 and 20.
How many matches a night do you think roughly?
It depends. Raw's 3 hours and SmackDown is 2 hours. And then they got one pay-per-view every month that is 3.5 hours. Right. And they do multiple other shows on the network. They tape before the Raw and SmackDown. So
that's a lot.
It's a lot. And people, and you got to be understanding of that. So it was, while you may not like it, and I understand that, it also gives them another pay-per-view out of it, which you got to look at from a business standpoint. It makes perfect sense. So,
okay. Tag team Hell in a Cell. Usos versus New Day.
Usos. Don't you fucking mess up Usos fucking
I know,
name.
I mess it up.
Those are my friends. You understand me?
I know, and I know who they are.
You know,
and I know who New Day is too. Those are all the brothers.
Those are all fucking good guys.
Yeah, they are. See,
I'm talking the cream of the crop of good guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even New Day? I don't
all
know.
Of them. All of them. New Day, Usos, Uno Uso Penitentiary. You
oh,
ever heard
amazing.
of that?
No.
It's their fucking current thing, but okay.
Okay,
So,
well, see,
yeah,
I'll get on that. Okay. So.
They're guys you want if you're in prison, you want the Usos to be your friend.
Nice.
Yeah.
They're big and they got your back.
But they're, in real life, though, they're great human beings.
See,
they're the son, Rikishi? Mm-hmm. You know Rikishi,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
They're the sons of Rikishi.
Oh, really?
Now I got your fucking attention, right?
See, I am. See, my eyes
so
popped
crazy.
Up. It was so crazy. I like that. Top of.
I gave them that years ago. Hopefully they use it still.
Ryback
created Who's So Crazy.
So they can have a T-shirt like Phoebe.
A lot of people like to say I created things. I'm the creator.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. You promote. You know how to promote. Like,
fuck yeah, I do.
Are you gonna let me talk about the match or
Go.
no?
I'm
okay.
waiting.
Jeez. Top to bottom, this was an insane match. That was one of the better Hell in a Cell matches in a long time.
What was the match? Oh, Usos and New Day. Sorry, yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't hear it.
I was like, I'm like, what? The The performers did just enough to show how dangerous the match was without taking any crazy dives because of injuries, but there isn't a lot of depth in the tag team division at the moment.
I could agree with that. That was I caught a good portion of that match. I actually got back from working out and picked up my Buffalo Wild Wings keto day, and I actually swung by and looked at some other homes, so I was a little late. I missed the beginning of this match, but I caught the majority of it, and they did not disappoint once again. They have great chemistry together, and I like the tag titles going back and forth a little bit with these guys because they're two of the great tag teams of this era, and they deserve everything they're getting, both teams. So it was they get it. That's just they're great guys and they get it. And they deserve all the success in the world. So
has Neville been released? According to several dirt sheets, Neville asked for a release from the WWE last week. Sources say that Neville was initially scheduled to lose to Enzo in the main event lumberjack match on Raw. However, plans changed after the ex-cruiser champion walked out. Cruiserweight champion. Sorry. Walked out before the show. As of Thursday, the WWE has not released any statements about this.
Yeah, I saw that on the notes, and I don't know what the situation is, and you have to respect if Neville chooses to leave. I will offer this opinion for people listening, that it's funny that in those notes even it was mentioned that the booking, he was booked to lose to Enzo, and it kind of makes it look like, oh, he was booked to lose, so he walked out. Don't believe everything that you read.
Right.
And I don't know what the situation was. That very well may have been the situation. But sometimes they will put out, WWE controls the dirt sheets.
Right.
And they will put out what they want to put out. If a talent, there might have been something else going on he didn't agree with and whatnot. And nobody will know except for him and the people that were there and involved in it. And they will put out, I remember when I left, there was stuff that came out that wasn't true. And it's just, and you're like, well, who the fuck put that out? Because I didn't. So who put it out? Guess who did?
The bad guys.
Yeah. And that was the one thing that stuck out to me. He's a very smart, intelligent guy. He's a great wrestler, and he can do anything in the ring. And I don't put any stock in what you read because they control a lot of it, and there was stuff with Aries that came out that I know from inside people and sources that weren't true, that they were trying to make this guy Austin Aries out to look bad on why he left and whatnot, and it wasn't the case, or from what I was told. And you just can't believe everything you read, and so I respect the fact that if he chooses to leave, that he's leaving, because you're allowed to leave and go do other things,
right?
And you don't have to agree with everything and whatnot. And I don't know the circumstances, but Neville's a great guy. Like, legitimately, you won't find anyone there that has anything bad to say about him.
See?
Yeah.
Then let him make his own choices. Asuka's first opponent will be Emma. On Raw, Emma won a fatal five-way over
Fatal
five-way over Sasha Banks.
I'm sure you've been in a few of those.
Yeah, actually I have, and I always win. Five-way over Sasha Banks, Bayley, Dana Brooke, and Alicia Fox to earn the opportunity to face Asuka at the WWE TLC. Emma and Paige were really the beginning of the women's revolution, but Emma has never really seemed to be able to do much in the main roster. This was a huge win for her, but since she's likely going to get destroyed by Asuka, it doesn't seem like it will do much for Emma in the long term.
Yeah, I actually saw that and on Raw.
Yeah, of course you made it to the all-female match. Continue.
How dare you? No, it's and she's not been used in particularly good fashion over the years, whether that's right or wrong or whatnot. But they will do this. You got to remember they had some of their big guns in that match, and what they'll do is, in someone that they're not maybe using well, they'll give them a quick little burst, give them a quick win, and to go on to do what he just said right there, to go on or to have a match and to lose because
Yeah.
Asuka's debuting. And
I remember us talking last week about her.
more often than not, like, and there's been a few cases where they've debuted wrestlers and they've lost.
Really?
Which is fucking just ridiculous.
Well, I can just see all 5 girls, basically coming out and beating the shit out of her. Like, hey, welcome to the WWE Divas.
Yeah, but this girl, she was undefeated for a long
Right.
time in NXT.
UFC.
Yeah, NXT.
Yeah.
The developmental territory they have, and they're probably going to try to put a little bit of stock into her up front. So it is what it is. It's a good. The good thing is Emma gets a payday from a pay-per-view. So that's how you look at it from a talent.
Yeah.
Like no joke. Like
You get the money.
You just look at the money. I'm going to make money on this. Okay, that's the positive, and then you fight the next fight after. So.
Sister Abigail. On Raw this week, they decided to up the ante with the weirdness factor on the Sister Abigail is returning angle. I don't have a lot of trouble buying into this. I like, who is Bray
I like
Wyatt?
you reading Ace's thoughts.
I'm like, I don't know.
This is Phoenix Marie reading Ace
Yeah.
Ace
Oh,
Malero's
Ace's
thoughts.
I like, who's Bray Wyatt?
You don't know who Bray Wyatt is?
No.
He is the a guy I know very, very well. I like very, very much.
Yeah.
He's almost like, and I hate to say this, but to just give you a comparison, because you know The Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
He's not The Undertaker. He's Bray Wyatt, but he's like this generation's Undertaker.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Of like, he's a very good speaker, and he has a very
strong character, strong
character,
presence.
bad guy.
Okay.
But he'll eventually probably be a good guy because fans love him so much.
Okay.
And he's just such a fucking good dude. But yeah.
Okay. I think a feud between him and Flynn Balor would be great, but not sure what they're going to do and do it the right way here. Just some of the segments aren't really doing well, but then others just feel a little over the top.
I've seen most of it. I think it's fine. I think people are impatient nowadays. And like wrestling programs used to go months before. I think people are just so ruined by life now. Human beings are ruined. And that they can't just watch TV and let things play out for months at a time and go back and forth. Because, again, they witness them wrestling so much, too, on TV that they see them, like they've wrestled already several times now, if not more than that. And so it's like, well, what are we going to see on this one? What you're seeing on this now is they're introducing Sister Abigail to freshen up the matchup. So you got to remember, from a business standpoint, there's only so much they could do. They can't just rush from month to month to new things because they'll run out of things eventually.
True.
And this is a way, everything ideally, and they can't make everything 3 months because everything just can't be 3 months. And not everything could be 2 months. They have a really tough job, and they got to try to balance it out. And at least they're adding a fresh element to this at this late into the program. Anytime you can get a program going this long, it's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. The Miz returns to his reality TV roots.
I just texted The Miz the other day to congratulate him on the baby and everything going on. He's doing well for himself, so he's always been a really good guy.
MTV has announced that The Miz will be hosting the upcoming 8-week series, The Challenge, Champions vs. Stars. For his wrestler, The Miz got his start doing shows like The Real World and The Challenge. Miz should be a great fit for this, and he hopes to be in more high-profile gigs. In a lot of ways, I think The Miz is WWE's best spokesperson.
He's a hell of a spokesperson for them. He is very, very good at it. And he's, again, I've said it before, I can't think of another guy who has gone as long as he has without an injury.
Really? No
I don't
injuries?
think. I'm sure he's been beat up, but he's not like a huge. So he's not the biggest guy in the world.
I remember meeting him.
He's not the smallest guy.
Right.
He works out all the time, but he and he takes care of himself.
I remember when he was just Mike on The Real World.
Well, yeah,
okay?
he used to party like crazy.
Yeah.
But he's avoided any major wrestling injuries.
That's amazing.
And outside, I'm sure he's beat up and stuff like that, but there's something to that, like weight training. He doesn't weight train super heavy. He just works out to be in shape, and he's never been like a drug guy or anything like that, and he's not been injured ever. I'm talking like major injury wise and stuff where he's had to miss a lot of time.
Right.
So fucking people say sometimes he's not the toughest guy. Well, he's pretty fucking tough.
Yeah, if he can get beat
Dude,
up
you
and
can
knocked.
like he's been up on WWE since on TV probably since 2005 or 6.
Wow.
He's been up there at least 11 years now.
Wow.
Like straight.
That's incredible. I even know that. Like that's
And I'm talking not like Gone Away and like he's done some movies and things like that, but not he's it's very short term.
Yeah,
he's
back home.
He's a stud.
All right. This one is more for me, I think, but we'll pretend like it's for you. Conor McGregor is in talks with WWE for WrestleMania appearance. UFC superstar Conor McGregor is reportedly in talks with WWE for a one-off appearance in WWE WrestleMania.
WWE,
34. According to a report by Sunsport in the UK, according to the report, a deal is close with WWE. Conor is a huge wrestling fan. His entire persona on stage, he developed watching performers like Ric Flair and The Rock. These are the top dogs in self-promotion and trash talk. We'll see what these guys were like when they were younger. I would like to comment on this because I have two feelings. One, I don't want Conor to become a gimmick. And I feel like if he does something like this, now he's a gimmick. He went from a serious fighter and
Ronda did that actually, and her career went south.
Yeah.
Really, but which is completely non-related to anything she did WWE.
Right.
The fights are the fights, but
right. But this makes me feel like he's now a gimmick.
If
He's
their
made his
attention is
payday.
going towards this, it is. But again, you got to look at it from a businessman standpoint. If,
he's gonna get paid by Vince for
yeah,
sure.
if the payday is there, and it's and whether I don't think he would do a match. I think it would to be involved in some sort of maybe physical altercation, kind of like what Ronda was involved in. Then from a financial standpoint, and I don't see it. I'm sure he's smart enough though, by the way, to where he won't make himself look like a gimmick.
Yeah.
And again, and by the way, the thing with the reason why he's been so successful, not because in the talking is a huge part of it, but it's been because he's been able to back it up.
Right.
More times than not.
I mean, he went in with Mayweather and he legitimately held his own.
It was amazing.
Yeah, and they got huge.
And on a short notice,
Right.
and it wasn't like he had a lot of time to train for that, and
Right.
and it could have went the complete opposite way, and he went 10 rounds with the greatest boxer of all time, arguably.
Yeah.
And won the first 3 rounds. Whether Mayweather
I agree. He
whether
did.
Mayweather was just feeling him out and just playing his game. Mayweather is a genius.
Yes.
With all that, still.
I know. Again, the payday.
Yeah.
Because he's coming out of retirement to make. I forgot how many millions. It was like 20-something million, 26 million.
Who's this?
Mayweather.
Oh, he made way more than that. For the last fight with Mayweather?
Yeah, that was 26 mil.
No, well, Conor got 100 and something. And Mayweather got more than
Oh,
that.
yeah. Then maybe it was pay-per-view only or something.
That was probably just a percentage
Yeah.
of all of that. Yeah, he fans of both those guys, just from a work ethic standpoint, having that much money and still being hungry.
Yeah.
Like to fight. Like that's
amazing.
yeah, it's incredible. So it was Mayweather. I know what you're saying. With all that, he's not going to show up there and become a character on WWE TV.
Good.
It would be to just for a one-off, and it would be to promote the Conor, McGregor brand. Yeah.
I don't want to fuck up this name, so I just don't even want to read it.
No, please. That's my favorite part of the wrestling news is you reading the names and messing them up.
Just destroying them.
This is my favorite part of the show, by the way, is this. You, Neville, and all these other things you do.
Neverly.
I tell you, you watch on Monday and Tuesday a little, just start catching up with the current
watch.
product.
I'm going to. But unfortunately, normally I have time now. I will watch.
Oh, what, you were working before?
Well, no, I was working, but I was, anyway.
Sorry, go ahead.
So, exactly. Did you hear how little guy growled? It's because you were being a bad dad.
Sorry.
Bad daddy. The Bludgeon Brothers? Yeah.
I messaged Luke Harper this week. I think he might have a new number. Or he showed up as text message, not iMessage, which means usually it doesn't go through sometimes.
Right, which means he might have changed his number.
Change his number, maybe. I've had to do it a few
That's
times
what
myself.
happens whenever you get stalkers.
Yeah.
AKA.
I'm stalking him. Yeah. I was his son's favorite wrestler. I don't think that's the case. Little Brody. No, he. I don't know anymore because I haven't been there in a while. But go ahead. Tell me more.
On SmackDown, WWE introduced us to
The
Eric.
Bludgeon Brothers.
Yes, the Bludgeon Brothers. Eric Rowan and Luke Harper's new personas. They carry around massive hammers and say cryptic things like, there's no conscience, there's no moral compass. Woo, I like that. Both have a lot of talent, and SmackDown Tag Division could see more stronger teams.
No, they definitely need more tag teams. They were not doing anything individually of any great significance, even though they're both extremely talented. Eric Rowan can stay up for a stalling suplex as good as anybody, by the way. He's like a 300-pound, like something 300, well above 300.
He's
and
bigger than you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, guys are bigger than me all around, but I'm the big guy. There's a lot of big guys in this world, Phoenix, but there's only one, the big guy.
All right, I got it.
Got it? All right, I don't have to fucking ever repeat that again.
Are you going to beat me? I like it.
No, he knows how to post for a stalling suplex as good as anybody. Well, I mean, where he can I can hold him up there for a long, long time, and he feels effortless.
Posted.
Yeah,
That's
and he's a heavy fucking guy. Very huge ass on that guy. You would love
My
him.
favorite
Yeah,
kind.
Eric, but Luke Harper is extremely talented as well, and he's well respected inside the WWE circle. So I'm glad they're back together. My thing is bludgeon. It's like a word that the majority of people are not going to know what it means.
It's a beat.
But the bludgeon is like a heavy is a stick with a heavy object on the end. But most kids are not going to know what a bludgeon is. It's not a
I
common.
don't think a lot of kids need to know what a bludgeon object is.
No, but I don't. I think anytime you have a name that is not clear
That's right.
as day.
A 5-year-old's not going to be like,
you have to
"That
play to the
bludgeon."
simplest of people, I feel like. So when you give a name
Wow.
that you all of a sudden are fighting an uphill battle.
Right.
Not to say that if they didn't use them correctly that it wouldn't matter, but bludgeon. If you polled a group of 100 people and asked what a bludgeon was, I don't know that you're going to get it. And again, it depends.
No, you're right.
But
right.
if you poll a group of 5th graders or 3rd graders,
They're not going to know what a bludgeon
hey,
is.
guys, what is a bludgeon? Or maybe some might, but I'm going to be fucking freaked out if they know what it is.
Yeah. I'm like, why do you know what a bludgeon
Yeah.
object is?
So it's one of those, it's like, I get what they're doing, but like, it's not the name. It doesn't do them any favors. And not that I don't like the name. I like the name. It's just, but it's not a common word. So, and again, maybe that's a thing that maybe it's, well, what does that mean? And they look it up and then they know what it means. So I don't know.
I also have a big thing with spelling. Like if a little kid's trying to Google search it, like bludgeon objects are going to come up instead of bludgeon brothers beforehand. And now you got little kids looking at like weapons.
Oh, wow. I didn't even you might have just fucking made them change their name, Phoenix. You
I
realize
didn't mean
that?
to. I'm just
So
saying.
you're saying, what you're saying is if WWE kids and fans type in bludgeon objects, what is that going to pull up?
Like bad things. Like, you know,
I'm legitimately asking. I don't know.
Because think about it. Google search, the first thing it does is it starts.
You're talking
you
about like
type in
porno
beat.
things?
Well, that I'm sure there's going to be that too. But bludgeon will normally show beatings, not like happy-go-lucky wrestlers killing each other for fun.
For a PG company, that's probably pretty fucking dumb then.
Probably not.
Okay.
surprised.
No, I'm just checking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez, you can.
Creative team, guys. Big guy says, let's go ahead and let's change that name to something a little cooler, a little more kid-friendly, guys. Okay. Over
So,
now.
Jack Swagger considers fighting in Bellator.
Bellator, you're an MMA
No,
fan.
no. Look,
oh,
it says.
it is spelled.
It is
I
spelled
love
wrong.
your fucking Ron Burgundy. You read what is written down. Holy shit! I read that earlier when I went through the wrestling notes.
See.
He spelled it wrong, Bellator, but it's Bellator.
I
yeah.
know what Bellator is.
Okay,
but I was
Mrs.
like,
Burgundy. Continue on.
Which is also written right afterwards. Phoenix will be sucking Ace's dick. Is this awkward?
Yeah. I would love it if he
Ace.
started putting subliminal messages in there too.
I swear on my life, don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. It'd be horrible. Okay,
Sure,
so
you regret it.
former WWE superstar Jack Swagger recently spoke with Justin Barroso
Probably. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
him. I believe that's how you pronounce
of
it.
Sports Illustrated. One of the topics that came up was that he was considering doing an MMA match in Bellator.
I don't think I've read that interview actually. And I like Jack Swagger a lot. I don't think it was ever he was saying he was thinking about entering Bellator. He was just answering a question. But go ahead.
That's it on that. Jim Cornette and Santino last Saturday, Jim Cornette and Santino got in a heated argument at the title event in Michigan promotion for X1 CW.
Okay.
What is that?
So I actually, because I stay off social media, but when I go to post my things on Facebook occasionally, I'll see the first post that somebody on my timeline has. And Santino Marella was a longtime WWE character, a guy I came up with in developmental. And he had a very long post. And he doesn't post a lot either. And I was like, what's this? And I started reading it. And it was about him and his incident with, I believe I was just getting into the program at OVW at that time in developmental when all this happened. And there was an incident between him and this guy that was in charge at the time from creative and an OVW and was a WWE character for many years and behind the scenes figure, and where there was an altercation. And I guess Santino wrote a long thing last night, and I read the entire thing. And I highly encourage everybody to go out there to check out his Facebook page, Santino Morella's, and read it. I don't know Jim Cornette. I think I've met him very early on in my career. Like, hello, how are you? And like, that was it. And he was out of the system shortly thereafter because of this incident. And he's gone on record, I think, to bash me a few times too.
So screw that guy.
No, but not even. I don't. He doesn't know me, so I don't.
So why would he bash you? Screw
but
that guy.
because people read things and like it's whatever. I've learned to. I'm sure if he met me,
He'd be like, I'm sorry.
We would get along just fine. It was, and I think Santino was hoping for that because they had an altercation early on in his career over something that was pretty stupid, and I'm sure both have their valid points. But what the exact specifics are, I would be more prone to believe Santino because there's video of it, I guess, on YouTube, so where you could tell he's not lying about what he says, and the fact that Jim was fired after the incident. But they ran into each other, I guess, at a signing or a show.
Oh, shit.
And Santino explains it in his blog, and I wasn't there, and I don't know what happened. Santino explains what happened from his perspective, and I've always known Santino to be a stand-up guy, great father, great human being, and probably the greatest comedy wrestler of our generation. And there's been nobody like him. They've not replaced him since he left, and he had a couple neck surgeries, and I think he placed in a judo tournament. The crazy motherfucker went and did a judo tournament after having a broken neck and 2 neck surgeries, and got like a bronze medal or a silver, like something like just. That's
amazing.
Yeah. He's known for doing this comedy wrestling stuff on TV. People wouldn't think he's like a legit tough guy, and so I can't. I would hope. I don't doubt anything that he says, but I encourage people to go read his Facebook post on it. It was a very well-written piece, and a lot of thought went into it, and he tried to handle it responsibly and like an adult, and I don't think it was met the same way, according to what I read, and maybe that wasn't the case, but it sucks, because Santino's a great guy, and he's doing very well for himself post-WWE, so.
Good. Impact launched Global Wrestling Network. Impact Wrestling launched their online Global Wrestling Network this week. Unlike with the WWE Network, the Global Wrestling Network actually features some free content, including episodes of Impact Wrestling, which is great because Pop TV is where it airs for a premium channel in many markets. The premium subscription is only $7.99 a month and features live pay-per-views and access to their pay-per-views event library.
I'm not upset over that. I think that's a step in the right direction, and I think that's good that they went that route. I think they're obviously looking towards the future, and they're at a good price where a lot of people can afford that, and it gives you a second wrestling promotion to watch, and it makes the pay-per-views a little cheaper. And
I think that's always good for any viewer.
Yeah.
I love your sport, and I don't have that kind of money, but I still, I want to grab a PBR and watch some wrestling.
And for $8 a month, it's very affordable, and they have probably quite a bit of content, I would imagine, with their library. And I wouldn't compare it to WWE's by any means, but it's a great other option. And I think that is very promising news hearing they got that up. And maybe I'll have to check that out. Actually, before we wrap up the show, I encourage everybody to go listen to it. There's a Vince McMahon interview with Howard Stern on YouTube from Vince. This is like almost 20 years ago, maybe like 17 or 18 years ago.
Okay.
When he was like 55.
And we were both into it. Really
yeah, it was like
hardcore
during
that
the
time.
like Attitude.
Yeah.
It was when Stone Cold was taking on Rock at WrestleMania, one of the WrestleManias. So like during that period. And it's like a 35 minute interview on YouTube. Just type in Vince McMahon Howard Stern. It'll come up. It was fucking crazy hearing this. You can see Vince in a little different light. So I highly encourage everybody to go check that out.
I will definitely.
That's it for me this week. You have anything your social media, Phoenix?
Instagram PHXMARE and Twitter is PMarizzle.
I'm at Ryback22 on Twitter, the big guy Ryback22 on Instagram, Ryback247 on Snapchat. This podcast at CWTBG. Thank you guys for listening. You've just listened to another episode of Conversation with the Big Guy.